don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost. But not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me. Book your trip to Kingfisher Charters and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America and certainly number one with anglers. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining build Ford tough and never settling. But what really made Ford F-Series number one is you. So now is the time to take advantage of great deals and programs today. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today and explore the F-Series and the full truck lineup. They'll be glad to hook you up. Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. Fishdope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Fishdope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. Fishdope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Quintin, 365 days a year. Fishdope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have Fishdope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new Fishdope.com membership. Check it out today. Fishdope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, man. We're going to have a great day today. I can't believe PCS show is already here. Like, it has just grown to such a major thing, and all of a sudden you turn around and it's showtime, man. I can't believe we're already here. I can't believe the boys are already here.
Yeah. Good morning, Bill and Mike.
What's up, guys?
Good
Great
morning.
to have you.
Glad to be here.
Fantastic. You guys have been busy.
I can't imagine.
It's been an interesting couple of weeks.
I'll bet you
Interesting couple of weeks.
So, obviously, the show has grown over the years. Last year was a monster. This year's even more of a monster, right?
Yeah, how?
How
was it bigger? Like
bigger
there wasn't a square inch of space that you guys didn't use last year.
Is that your fault, Mike?
How is it possible to be bigger?
No, I'm a fly on the wall. I'm just
So we added another building this year. It's called the Pacific Building. It's a big steel structure. That'll be being built a couple of days before. But yeah, the last couple of weeks, that's been the battle, is making sure that it's all good with the fire department, the fire marshals, and the fairgrounds and everything. But got that okayed a couple of weeks ago. So
Sick.
That added a bunch more booths, and then we were able to move the Daiwa stage into that building.
So are you 20% bigger, 30% bigger?
I don't know. It's bigger.
It's bigger.
It's bigger.
Bigger.
It's pushing the limits of the fairgrounds. I think we can probably go further out into some of these lawn areas and add some more boat dealers maybe, and maybe a possible one more building in the parking lot area where we are.
Yeah.
But that's about it. We're getting tapped.
How cool to have developed a show, though, that, you guys worked your butts off and you made a rad show and you just listened to what you thought the customers and the public and fishing at large people wanted. And that's exactly what you built. And now it has turned into something that's so big, you're having to add buildings to squeeze people in. And I'm sure your phone's ringing off the hook every day as you get closer. Please, is there any way? Can you find a way to get us in? Is there anything else? I mean, what a cool thing that you guys have built from the ground up.
Yeah, we're getting a fair amount of that. I was just sitting down with my dad the other day and talking about how I used to sit back and stress about filling, 70 booths, 60 booths in a building. And, it's just a different
Now you're in the
Now you just pray to have
We're
an extra
like,
70
I don't know.
booths.
There's over 600, I think, booths. That's not individual vendors, but booths, plus all of the bulk space, plus the boats. I mean, it's wild.
So rad.
Any number of boats? Do you know how many boats?
There's a whole bunch of
a whole
boats.
bunch.
It's
All of
Hundreds of boats?
Yeah, any boat that you would want that's in the fishing category is at our show, or there's a brand there, a dealer they're representing it if they don't have one.
Right.
Yeah. So what it's always been primarily saltwater, but now you're branching out into freshwater.
Yeah. So the last few years, as we've added more buildings, we've been able to add the freshwater element. So the largemouth bass side, the trout side. This year we've got all the High Sierra stuff, Convict Lake,
You do?
Mono, Bishop.
Fly fishing?
There's Max Sporting Goods got his fly stuff. I think the guys from Sierra Drifters will be with us next year. I think he's going to help us out with some stuff this year and bringing people down.
Cool.
But I talked to him the other day. He wants to get involved. And then we have some fly fishing lodges from Montana.
Yeah.
There's everything from surf fishing.
Of course, you have Katmai Lodge there, which is a big fly fishing. They're not a fly fishing lodge, but they do a lot of fly fishing.
The river stuff. And then, everything from catfish bait to there's a guy that sells this dough stuff for carp fishing.
Really?
A European guy that's come back every year. Yeah, it's wild.
Crazy.
I'm blown away. And the spearfishing side.
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
We have 3 or 4 spearfishing dealers there that do really well at the show. So we just, it's everything.
Yeah. And is it just you and Mike and your wife? Is it that pretty much the staff?
We have some other people helping us out. Jess Pottinger helps me out. My buddy Scott, he handles the front. We have a few people, but the main part is Mike and I.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It is.
Right, Mike?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, him and I have a good time. The last
I
couple of
can
weeks,
imagine.
we're together every day from 8 in the morning till 8 at night.
Man,
so.
how nice is going to be that vacation to not have Mike at your side every single day when this thing is over. March 9th at about 9 o'clock at night. It's going to feel real good.
Monday morning, the 10th. The seagulls will be picking through the sandwich bags out on the parking lot, and it's like all of a sudden you just get this like melancholy feeling because it's such a crescendo. You work your butts off for so long, and then all of a sudden that show is here. It's Saturday afternoon. It's beautiful, sunny. People are drinking beer. Then Monday morning comes, and you're like, "What am I going to do for the next few months?"
what I love,
start over
again.
do. Yeah. Now, wait a minute. There's rumors going around that there might be something in Del Mar next year.
So 2026, there will be a San Diego show. It's slated for the 3rd week of March, but we're not giving much detail on that yet. We'll talk about it after Orange County. We don't want it to take away from Orange County. And it's for 2026, not for this year.
Not for this year.
No, we want to plan it out. We want to do it right.
But that's great news.
There's going to be a San Diego show to take care of the San Diego crowd.
That's fantastic, you guys.
Going to be huge.
I'll tell you what makes me so pumped about everything is, having been to the show a few years now, but just being honest, like I hadn't been there in the infancy, is the vibe that you guys create every day of the show is just really something special. It's so cool. Whether it's just the music, whether it's the way the show flows, whether it's the way you guys put all your vendors together, I couldn't put my finger on what makes it so cool, but it really, really is. It's a really fun experience to be there.
Yeah, it's the from everything, like you said, from the live bands, the music, the food, it's just an environment that's just enjoyable. I think that for years, we go to different trade shows or consumer shows that it's neat to look at everything, but there's not much of a I don't know what you call that, a vibe going on. For our show, I think it has a lot to do with the multi-building aspect, where you go outside in between, you listen to some band, you grab some music, you grab a beer, you're into the next building. You're not stuck in a one place for long giant rows. I think that helps with the vibe of it. Plus, having the stuff for the kids, and I don't know, we enjoy walking around working at it. You know what I mean? It's fun just to be there.
Whatever it is, you guys did a really good job of having whatever somebody is into, whatever that type of fishing, there's not just something there that represents it. There's multiple bunch of things. And if a guy's into a lot of different things, well, then you're about to be at the absolute Disneyland of it. Like if you're into this game, it is all there, whether it be seminars or booths or sales or retailers or clothing, like everything is represented at the show.
Yeah. And the sport boat fleet, coming down to support us greatly. And if you look at our seminar schedules, all the big names, the long range boats. And I think the cool thing is, if you look at our seminars, everything from surf fishing this year, trout fishing, bass fishing, up to swordfish on the deep drop, and tuna on sport boats and the Captain's Concepts guys. And I mean, you just add it up and it's wild. And then Carl and Steve will be back on stage, and Carl's the Air Pilikia guy that takes all the photos. And
Carl Sabonis.
Yeah, I feel like he probably sees more condition and understands the way the fish move almost better than anybody, because he can see it from the sky. It's just a different, what he's seeing is 400% of what we see on a boat.
That's a good way to put it.
And Steve Lasley.
Steve can close his eyes and find fish. Yeah, he doesn't even count. He's his own anomaly. So yes, he will be there. And then Anthony will be coming on Friday to do the Bad Company update. before our fundraiser on Friday night for War Heroes. So yeah, we're really excited.
So rad.
A lot of stuff going on for sure. Now, one of our new sponsors, Baker Marine, is going to be there too, and want to welcome Anthony and his crew here, local guys that we've been talking about for years and years. Baker Marine, the place. They're going to have some great deals on Fujinon Staviscopes.
Yeah, they were there. They were at the
yeah.
booth, or they were at the show last year as well,
yeah.
and they had a great show. They really liked it.
Yeah, good people. And if you don't have a pair of gyro binoculars, this would be the time to get them, because they don't go on sale, but except for showtime.
Well, and more than that is the most important tool you have when you're fishing offshore. And you can buy those things in wherever, a bunch of different places. You can buy them from mail order places. You can buy them from some discount thing. But the big thing about Baker Marine is they are like the place to get your glasses serviced in the world. You walk into that shop, you see things from American Samoa and the Coast Guard, like anybody in the world that handles high-end gyro binoculars, they all come through that store. And you can either be a guy that tried to save $25 who bought them on a website somewhere, and then somebody dropped them and now you have a problem with them, or you can get them for the same price at the show on some killer deal, and you can buy them from Anthony. And then when it comes time to get service or repair or whatever, you're their customer. It's just not that they don't treat everybody great, they do, but I mean you're buying them from the people who deal with them and make them, and they are the saviors of our sport boat fleet. I can't tell you how many stories exist of, oh my God, our gyros went bad, we're in between trips, like this is our lifeline. And those guys just make it happen. They're the best that there is. Yeah.
And the other thing, too, I might add, is that you don't need the $6,000 or $5,000 deal. Yep. They have the Techno Staby, which is where they're going to feature at the PCS show on sale, the Fujinon Techno. And just go pick up a pair of those. They're amazing.
Don't pick them up if you're not planning on buying them. You will not.
If you're an average private boat guy, like you said, you don't need a $6,000 pair. Put your toes in the water, try the Techno Stabbies, and that's what I had on my boat that we ran, and I also have used the higher end ones, and I think there's not a ton of benefit beyond. I think they're lighter, they're easier to use. I think unless you're on a giant platform, I think that there's and the comparison in price. I mean, a high quality pair of regular binoculars are going to push you close to that price range.
Yeah.
No, you're not
just a little over $1,000.
Yeah, which to me is
and when they're on sale, it's
the value of that is immense. So
So welcome to Baker Marine, and I know they've been a part of your show for a long time.
Yeah, Fujinon is actually a sponsor.
Fujinon,
one of our supporting sponsors.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good people for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. What are some of the other key elements? Oh, one thing that's new to the show this year is Steigercraft. Kelly from Boat and Motor Mark up in Oakland is coming down, bringing 2 Steigercrafts.
Yep.
Yeah, and so there's going to have a couple of. I think my boat's going to be there. Not my individual, but the 20. They're bringing a 25.5, I believe, and then a 28, I believe.
Yeah.
From Steigercraft.
Yeah, there's obviously the Steigercrafts are ones that most of the guys haven't seen in person.
Right.
It's not a boat that's been to shows down here. There's a few different boats that are going to be there this year that are a newer look for the guys. So we'll also have a featured giant center console in front of the hangar building again.
That was so fun last year.
It's not a Freeman this year. Freeman didn't get their boat done, but it is another high-end brand. You'll see it when you get there. It's a big, giant, beautiful boat. We've got Mag Bay yachts with a boat there. I mean, there's just, what I always say is that the neatest part on the boat side of things is that there's the small little bass skiff for somebody on a budget, all the way up to, you can buy a Viking from Galati Yachts there. You can buy a multi-million-dollar center console, and you can buy a $14,000 bass tracker. There's everything there to look at. So I think that's a key element. I think a lot of times people think they need this giant budget to get into the boating game, and it's just not the case.
Yeah.
Nick Kelly from West Coast Marine will have Parkers there. How many Parkers did he bring him, Mike?
Oh my gosh, he's got a giant spot.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
A lot of Parkers.
Yeah,
and he's going to be on the show next Saturday, so he'll be talking
Perfect.
a lot about that and a lot about his space and stuff like that. Yeah. So other key elements, other new things, people are going to walk in the show. Mike, come on, give us.
We got the
Falcon. You're really proud of.
Give it up, Bohn.
The Falcon lady.
Okay.
He likes Falcons.
Yep, I just love
Or
that.
do you like the lady?
No, it's the falcon. She'll have a peregrine falcon, a Harris hawk, and this year I think she's bringing either a great horned owl or a red-tailed hawk.
Kidding.
That's
I
cool.
love birds
And
of
but
prey.
she's gonna actually do little story times for the kids,
Okay.
right?
Oh,
So we'll have
how cool
that
is
set up. So that should be fun.
Another
Yeah.
thing you guys do a fantastic job of, and I never knew what a big deal that was until we had kids, but like this is a very kid-friendly show. Like I would love to, steal a couple hours away to go cruise the show with my boys because I mean it's not just one thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you just we got the Hawk Lady, so we can say that there's something for the kids. There's a bunch of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Full family show.
Yeah, and if you're into letting tarantulas walk on your arm or hold a python or an
I
alligator,
saw that guy last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
That's
Ain't
what I
nowhere
did it
near
too.
that stuff.
Jay Brewer is very,
He's the
very
best.
popular on Instagram and everything. Yeah, he'll be there with his stuff. We have the gold panning. We have the 2 kids trout ponds. It's just there's a lot to do for the kids.
That's rad.
Yeah,
And-
we
and-
love that.
And it's 4 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 days, and I
Starts on
think
Thursday.
the show is so big. I don't think you can truly do it right in one day.
Yeah.
I think minimum of 2 days, and if you're going to go to seminars and stuff, probably going to want to do as much as you can.
I don't know that we even have time to go over all of them, but it's the single thing that impresses me the most about the show, which is saying something because I know what a big deal it is, but the seminars that you guys put together are just out of this world. It's crazy the amount of talent and how many different categories you guys cover. And of those categories, I mean, you literally get the pinnacle of people to be giving each of those seminars. It's spectacular.
Yeah, and our big thing is that when we started the show 16 years ago was that we didn't want the type of seminars where people are just selling you a product. We didn't want the type of seminars where people just rested their legs and sat in chairs.
Yeah.
People specifically come with schedules to come and watch these seminars. They're legit 45 to an hour long of just learning.
Yeah, it's not an infomercial.
No, that's what we always say. Like I don't mind if somebody is sponsored by a company or something, but the seminars are not based around the products.
Yeah.
They're based around techniques. They're based around learning. And I think that's what's held strong with, multi hundreds of people in all of our seminars is because it's legit. I mean, I think people would pay much more than the ticket price just to go to one of those seminars. I mean, we used to have seminars like it and we were $100 a ticket to go to them.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, guys like Brandon Hayward, and Steve Lasley and
Yeah.
Carl Sabonis. I mean,
Dwayne Diego,
Dwayne
the
Diego.
Pinnacle, the Captain's Concept guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we also
Matt-
have like a
Mike
great
Lackey
crew.
from the Vagabonds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
We have a
Frank
great.
Lopresti is going to be there doing some. Is Frank going to do seminars or he's just going to be in the Fisherman's Landing?
I think
booth?
he's just in the Fisherman's Landing.
Okay.
booth.
Yeah.
But we also have really done a good job with the trout and the bass. Like we have Kyle Grover, who won the
Oh,
U.S.
yeah,
Open a couple
Kyle,
years
yeah.
ago, and J.D. Blackmore, he's a local guy, and Todd Klein. These guys are all total, legit
Oh, yeah.
tournament bass anglers, and they're going to be up on stage a few times. Then we got the big bass guys, Oliver Nye and Kevin Matson and Adam Cargill. And so we've really done a good job there developing that Daiwa stage.
Yeah. And then in the Shimano booth, I know Benny
Tito,
Florentino and
yep.
Benny
Ortiz and
Benny
Vinny
Ortiz,
Florentino.
yeah.
Yeah,
be there.
they're going to be doing we have a jigging seminar. So it's the West Coast Jiggers guys, Brian Nguyen, and then Benny.
Ortiz.
Yeah. So, and then George from.
So you'll have one
Jig
seminar
Pro.
with all of those guys?
Yeah, all
Get
of those
outta
guys are
here.
up. So what we try to do is our goal always is to do a panel and have it be Q&A. So there's
Love
not
those.
one guy just rambling on. There's a lot of people with a lot of knowledge, but trying to put that knowledge out is extremely tough.
Yeah.
So we have everything from some of those guys are more based around the slow pitch stuff. Some are more based around speed jigging, so try to cover the entire aspect of it.
I love those too because the one answer from one pro then plays off the next guy and then he throws something. It's like, I know you always hate to say, but that's how like the secret tidbit that nobody wants to, that's how that stuff always just gets let out. You watch it every time and guys are fired up and they're comfortable and they're talking about fishing and, oh yeah, well I also do this one thing. And those are the things that you take away from those seminars that are just pure gold.
Yeah, I think guys like, that's why we do one with the Bite guys with Brandon Hayward and his crew and one with Dwayne, the Pinnacle guys. It's so cool to see that they all have their own techniques. They all have their own ideas. And every year it changes slightly. Just like you were saying, it could be the same question 3 years in a row and you will get a completely different answer after a season out of these guys.
Sure. And they all have their own booths and spaces.
They
So
do.
after the seminar, you
That's
can
right.
go visit with them,
That's
talk
right.
to them and stuff
Yeah.
like that, which is really a special thing.
Yeah.
They don't just like come and blast off.
No,
They're there.
exactly. And same
Yeah.
with the white sea bass deal. We've got a white sea bass one with Sean Stewart,
Oh, wow.
Sean Roberts, Brandon Hayward, Jeff Markley. I mean, it's some cool guys. Yeah, it's some really neat put together stuff this year.
We see it a lot, when I take my other hat off, like as a retailer, like we watch that happen. There's a big bluefin seminar that goes on with Dwayne and whoever else. And then, you'll watch it a half hour afterwards. A guy comes to your booth with a notepad like, hey, man, these guys were talking about this specific jig. And, they were talking about rail rods. Can you show me these rail rods? I mean, we get to see it on the retail side of things. Like you get this killer blueprint put in front of you from the best there is. And then you get to go to one of many retail shops to then find all that stuff. It's a cool atmosphere, man. I can't wait.
It's going to be fun. And as you can hear, we have a lot to talk about here on Let's Talk Hookup this morning with Bill and Mike from the PCS show.
Going to be a blast, man. If you want to join us this morning, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 833-288-0973. One more time, if you want to reach us on the phones, 833-288-0973, or send us a text. Phone has been going crazy with text message. Two very popular guys in the studio today. We've got a lot of questions, a lot to cover, a lot to talk about. Again, if you want to send us a text, the only way to do that is through the Let's Talk Hookup app. It's a free download, and it's the only way you can text in your questions to the show. When you do, make sure you include your contact info. Just a name and a phone number is all we need in case you win the big prize at the end of the show today. And how that's going to go down is we are going to take one potential winner from all of the callers, one potential winner from all of the texters. We're going to have Mike flip the prize coin at the end of the show, and we're going to decide who gets the big prize and what a prize.
Now, wait a minute. Why
giving
Mike?
Away today?
Well, Mike get to flip the coin?
I want to know as well.
Yeah.
Because clearly between the two, this is the brain trust. Bill's got all the answers. Bill's who everybody wants to talk to. Nobody really cares what Mike's got going on. And I just want to make sure that he's included in Let's Talk Hookup. He's part of the team. He's been a buddy of mine for a long time.
I won the Rochambeau, dude. I get it.
He just needs to be included at some point. And I figured, well, let Monkey flip the coin. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seemed like a good idea at the time. But you're right.
Here we go.
You are right. If you don't think he can handle it, then we could have Bill.
Your move-in time just got adjusted slightly.
Okay, so we have new sound effects. So we're going to give it this.
Hey!
Wow.
Dude, can I have another one of those?
One more.
Nice.
As you can hear, guys, we have a great show. A couple of really good buds and a lot of fun. And we did talk about that prize. What a prize we are giving away today. Mike is going to be responsible for picking the winner of a full day trip on board the Mission Belle with brand new Captain Cameron Cribben. We're really stoked about that. A full day trip out of Point Loma Sport Fishing, and you are going to get a 4-pack of tickets to go to the PCS show.
Nice.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Going fishing on a full day on the Belle, and you're going to get to go to the greatest fishing show around.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really,
and
really
Cameron
cool
will be there too. Cameron from the Mission Belle will be at the show.
Hey, all right.
Yeah,
there you go. Awesome. Well, as you can hear, just a great show coming for today. We're going to have a lot of fun. You stay tuned. If you want to join us, 833-288-0973, or you send us a text on that Let's Talk Hookup app. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls, reading those texts and more. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, and Facebook Live at 97.3 The Fan.
Gas prices are going up, up, up. So now more than ever, you need Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. Pull up to the newly expanded Summit Gasoline and get low gas and diesel prices for your car, truck, and boat. They can now accommodate 24 cars and trucks to fuel at the same time, plus 12 diesel boats, plus 100 pounds of free ice with a minimum 35-gallon fill-up. Easy in and out, too. Step into the Summit Bistro and enjoy what Martha and her crew have for you on things you can use. Fresh-made burritos, sandwiches, salads, along with beer, beverages, and of course, always free ice. So many Let's Talk Hookup listeners have taken advantage of Summit Gasoline's low prices, great service, and free ice. They have become the largest seller of fresh gourmet ice in Southern California. Summit also sells frozen bait and fishing licenses 24 hours a day. Summit Gasoline, low prices, friendly staff, free ice, and easy in and out with your boat and trailer at the San Diego Sports Arena.
Captain Jamie Tennis from Season Sport Fishing here. For the past few seasons, a dart-style metal jig has come into play in a big way for tuna offshore or even rockfish down deep. AFCO's crossbreed jig has quickly become the go-to for many since it came onto the market. AFCO's crossbreed jig is good to go right out of the package with a 4X treble hook, heavy-duty split rings, West Coast colors, and sizes 60 gram to 120 gram. Pick one up today at your local tackle store or learn more on AFCO.com.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, Elgato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
This year, make reliable boating your resolution and back it with exhilarating deals with a new Yamaha outboard during Yamaha's New Year, New Reliability sales event. From now until March 31st, 2025, purchase a new eligible Yamaha 450 to 30 horsepower outboard and get up to 7 years of coverage protection. Looking to hit the water with lower horsepower? There's a deal for you too. Purchase a new Yamaha 25 to 2.5 horsepower outboard and receive up to $200 in dealer credit toward the purchase of additional goods and services. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Offer ends March 31st, 2025, subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Select models exclude 24-month Yamaha extended service added to a 36 or 60-month factory limited warranty. Choice offered to Florida residents is a 24-month Yamaha limited warranty. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealer for details. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, boy. Phones packed up fast when
Yeah.
news of what's going on, PCS, all these great questions going on. And
Texts are flowing.
yeah, today's going to be a great day, man. No doubt.
Yeah. And we just heard the Yamaha spot, and that deal, if you go into the show, go check out West Coast Marine booth or any of the Yamaha dealers there, because they have some phenomenal show deals right now. It's show season, and they're offering extended warranties up to 7 years
How
on your
crazy
motor,
is that?
stuff like that. So if you're looking for
Awesome.
a repower, looking to get a new boat, take advantage of the Yamaha deals for sure. Well, hey, phones are packed. They want to talk to these guys, so let's jump into it.
That
Well,
sounds
maybe
good.
they want to talk to Bill. I don't know.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
We
That's Bill.
don't know what's
Mike.
going on there. Hey, why don't we start off this morning? Line 2, we got Van from Escondido going to get us started here on Let's Talk Hookup this morning. What's up, Van?
Hey guys, another great show. Really enjoy it. Pete, you kind of stole my thunder with my question. I was really curious to know if the show was going to show up in San Diego. And now that you guys have alluded to that, is it going to be sort of the same scope and size, or is this going to be a small building to a larger one? And one other question I had on your seminars, any chance of any spearfishing seminars?
So I'll start with the seminar one. This year we do not have any seminar ones or any spearfishing ones, but we now have such a spearfishing presence that we will start that next year for sure. I appreciate that suggestion. As far as the San Diego deal, we're not going to get a lot of details, but we're not planning on putting together a small show. We're planning on putting together something that's just like Orange County.
Wow.
Which I don't know that San Diego's ever seen a show like that. I think there were shows years ago that were pretty darn good, but we're really looking to fill those buildings, all of the buildings, with 10 by 10s.
And you'll have the space.
Yeah, we've walked the space, and there's plenty of room to really do it right. And yeah, it's not going to be one building of fishing stuff and the rest boats. No, it's going to be giant. That's why we're not going to throw something together this year. We're doing it for 26.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the other reasons that we were talking about in the beginning of the show, like the vibe of the show is so cool. And it's like each building has its own vibe, but there's something for everyone in each. It's not like this building has sport fishing and this one has hunting and this one has travel and this one, like there's a little bit of everything intertwined with everything. There's some manufacturers in each building. There's retailers in each building. There's travel destinations.
That's right.
It's just, it all flows. And I think that's one of the things that's so cool about it. It never gets stagnant.
That's by design.
I'm sure.
I mean, Bill does that really. It's a puzzle. You know, there's competitive separation, and you want nice neighbors, and that whole puzzle that when you put it together, it really it's kind of like almost magical a little bit.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I think it gives some ability for people to sell on their own merit instead of selling price right next to somebody.
Totally.
So instead of putting 30 Alaskan lodges next to each other where everyone hands out a flyer and everyone's trying to beat each other by a couple $100, they actually get to talk to the customer and sell on their own merit, talk about their own lodge. It's same way with tackle. We have a major tackle hub in every single building, and it gives somebody a different experience. It's like entering a new store everywhere you go.
Totally. Yeah.
So, but like you
each
said,
building has a major tackle dealer.
there's
Turner's Outdoorsman will have a giant presence.
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll have their giant presence. I mean, every building has at least one tackle dealer. And we've designed it that way on purpose. So every building has tackle. Like you said, every building has some travel. Every building has some apparel. Every building has some, probably a few boat products. And then we have our, everything's just spread out evenly to where there is not a building in the show that I would recommend avoiding if you were only into sport boat fishing, or only into such and such. You are going to find something for you in every building.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot for that call. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. Jeff is standing by for your phone call at the Fan Studios there. And JD in Costa Mesa asks, love the PCS show. Is there a multi-day ticket? That seems to be a question that comes up every year about.
Yeah, it's a single day ticket.
Yeah.
It's just too big of a battle to figure out whose ticket is whose, and it's just
and
too
with
much
all the fraud and everything going on.
Yeah,
these
it's
days,
just too hard. It's a single ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look on our posts, we're constantly battling people trying to sell fake tickets, and it's the only way to keep it
and
in
admission
check.
is really reasonable.
Yeah,
How
you
much?
guys.
Yeah, we did
ticket
not
price
raise the
low.
price. It's $20. I think
So-
parking at the fairgrounds is probably the least expensive venue of anywhere in Southern California.
Yeah.
It's $12.
$12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything's
Really
very
is.
fair. The beer prices are very fair. It's I think that's one of our favorite parts of that venue is it just has stayed reasonable. It's centrally located,
Yeah.
easy to get off the freeway.
LA.
Boy, how
Orange
true is
County,
that, too?
Ventura,
Yeah.
San
I mean, your
Diego.
show is close to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of beer, Bill, we have a big announcement.
Oh yeah, our sponsor this year is Coronado Brewing.
Oh, wow.
They're bringing their
So they're
salt.
going to be everywhere.
Yeah,
Really?
Salty Crew boat beer.
Cool.
They've stepped up this year. We're excited to have a brand that really fits with our industry and is excited to promote our industry, and that's where the Coronado Brewing fit really well.
Yeah, that Salty Crew boat beer that's a boat beer.
It's good stuff.
It's like,
Perfect.
yeah, it's
Exactly
not
what
high
it is.
alcohol.
Exactly what it
It's
is,
just
yeah.
great stuff.
Yeah, that'll be the main
Yeah.
beer that's sold. I think Coronado's bringing a couple of their different varieties, but that'll be the main one.
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, hey, I had another great text that says, thanks you guys for another great show. I'm really looking forward to PCS show. Planning on doing 2 days. I was there last year. There's absolutely no way you can see it all in one day. Question is, what are some of the new additions to this year's show? And on a personal note, what are the seminars that you guys are the most excited about? And is there a seminar that you've been chasing that you haven't been able to get done yet? That's from DJ in San Diego.
So from a personal standpoint, I'm a deep drop swordfish guy, so I always enjoy that one. I think that's our Thursday evening. The one with Steve and Carl, the Air Pilikia and Steve, I think that one's a really special one. If you go out in the crowd and look, there's captains, every top captain that's ever been in our area is sitting in there watching, because it's something that doesn't happen. It's two guys together that have worked together for years and are the best of the best in what they've done. And that's probably one of my most proud ones. The Anthony flying in and doing the updates on Bad Company is super cool. And I don't think there's anybody in the world doing what he's doing right now. And then adding in the surf fishing stuff. There's so many guys that surf fish, and it's accessible to everybody, no matter what your budget is. And I think that's pretty cool to include that stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, God, we have brought in some amazing people. I'm sure there's something that we've missed. We'll figure it out. I mean, the guy bringing up the spearfishing thing, we should have probably had one of those in there. That's a good call.
Yeah. Last week we had Dave Pfeiffer on the show last Saturday, and Dave's going to come back out and be at the show the whole time. And a lot of the notable people from the Shimano and G. Loomis area are going to be their Power Pro guys. And all that
The whole
Their
group.
booth will be insane.
bigger than last year.
Well, we saw the design of it. They're bringing actually the rear of a sport fisher.
Wow.
And
way.
they're going to have a pneumatic way to fight a fish with people in the boat and actually have drag being pulled.
How cool.
And you have to go up and over like you're really on the rail of a sport fisher.
How fun.
They're going huge.
For authenticity reasons, Matt called down to the tackle store and asked us to step on all of the sport boats and get a compilation of like the rail height from all the boats. I mean, like we had one of the guys from the tackle store running down to all the boats and like, okay, the railing on the Royal Polaris is 33 inches tall, and the one on the Pacific Queen is 35 inches tall. So like they went for exactly right.
Yeah,
Like it's gonna be the real deal.
That's
cool.
fun.
I think also you'll see some faces that you've seen at shows years ago that you haven't seen at shows for a long time. Like John Petty Goldsmith. He hasn't been around for
Cool.
Yeah,
Great.
so he'll
John's
be
such a
there.
great friend.
Convict Lake, they haven't been back to our show in years. This will be one of their first years back. There's just a lot of things that are bringing home some of the memories that people have of shows,
Yeah.
with the new vibe that we're doing. It's a neat combination.
I'm
For
pumped,
sure.
you guys. Good job.
Yeah, well, let's jump into the phones, Rick.
You got it. How about this time we grab line 4? We're going to talk to John. He's calling us from Escondido this morning. Good morning, John. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. And, just always a great show. It's just it's a great way to wake up in the morning. My question is, and another comment is just what a fantastic show. But when you walk in, you go over to the PCS show, the booth, right? You can sign up so you get your magazine for free for the year. And what a magazine. I mean, every time it comes out, there's, you had one with Queen Charlotte Safari. You had one where it was all about surf fishing. It was like 5 pages. And I mean, it broke it down, and it was just, it's a fun magazine to read, 2 or 3 times, not just once.
No, that isn't great.
I appreciate
And that's
that.
how it all started, right? With the magazine.
Appreciate that. Yeah. I started at the magazine in 2000, I think early 2003.
Wow.
And we started the show in 2009 we've always said we're not a news source. Mike was over at Western Outdoor News. That was more back before the internet. That was the quick source of news. And we were always just an educational resource. And that's where it blended into doing this seminar style. It was more seminars with a trade show with it, a consumer show with it.
Originally used to call it what? It was
It was the Sport Fishing Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more of a seminars with some booths, and it was a great deal. We always had top of the line people,
Yeah,
great seminars.
Always.
But until we had the opportunity to fill buildings with industry folks, we just kind of slowed down our growth until we hit the right point. So,
All right.
Well, speaking of growth, it was a great way to read this text. Hey, guys, happy Sunday. Love the PCS show. I've been going to it for the last few years, and I'm so stoked for you guys seeing all the growth. My favorite part has always been waiting in line for the show to open and seeing everyone take part of the national anthem. Thanks for everything you guys are doing. Keep it up. Can't wait for San Diego. That's from Juan Juan from Temecula.
thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, the national anthem deal, once we started that, it's something that'll be with us forever. It's just, the lowering of the flag over the hangar, and yeah, it just gets everyone rolling. It's
So cool.
It's pretty awesome.
For sure. And now you're sporting the War Heroes on Water shirt if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook Live. You do a lot for War Heroes on Water.
Yeah. So since Anthony started that, I've been a part of working with them. I've been on boats. I've been a part of the organization. And a couple of years ago, I guess this will be our 3rd year doing it. We started this vendor celebration night to benefit War Heroes on Water. I think they said we're up over 100,000 the past two years that we've done it. Added up, that we've raised over 100,000.
Wow.
So it's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
Pretty neat.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Anthony's done a great job with that. I mean, anybody that has a chance to volunteer on a boat or be a part of that, it'll change your life. It's pretty amazing stuff.
For sure. And of course, Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea, Friends of Rollo is going to have a big presence.
That's right.
there.
And then
And-
the CCA with their
CCA will have a
star
giant
tournament,
tournament.
and they're
Yeah.
the ones fighting for our rights.
Right.
Like I told people, try to back off of your Starbucks coffee for a month or so and put some money aside and help
Right.
these guys out.
Yeah. And CCA California, you can donate on a monthly basis. $10, $20, whatever. You just
Yeah,
enter
or
your
you
credit.
can-
You go at ccacalifornia.org, you enter your credit card. It's an automatic debit. You don't even that money really helps the fight. And speaking of CCA,
Or the lifetime membership. I think it's $1,000.
the lifetime membership is key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a slam dunk. It gives
Because
them a nice
all
boost.
of that money stays in California.
That's right.
Yeah, that's one of the big
Yeah.
deals about it. Oh, as well as if you do the monthly donation too.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know you're on the board of directors too.
I
and
am.
It's for the state. But Wayne, he says Wayne from CCA Cal. Now, Wayne, I'm sorry, you're retired.
Retired.
right?
Retired.
Remember that, Wayne?
Formally.
Formally. Yeah. Well, actually,
He's on the board now.
He's on the
Yeah.
state board.
Yeah.
So he is part of CCA.
That's right.
Everybody loves
Oh,
Wayne,
Always will.
And
be.
let's be real. He'll always be waiting for
Yeah.
CCA.
Absolutely.
No matter what.
That's
no
the
matter
question.
what.
And I might add too that Wayne from CCA is going to be in the Let's Talk Hookup booth helping us with our Rollo. It was his
like that.
brainchild,
Awesome.
our Rollo fundraiser that we're going to do,
Very
selling
good.
tickets for $10 and a lot of good stuff. We added into that. We're giving away a couple Shimano reels, Costa sunglasses, and a 2-day trip on the Polaris Supreme
Wow.
in our booth. And it's all about raising funds. Pretty much that's our main thing. We have new stickers coming out, and I'm going to sell hats. That's pretty much what our main focus in the Let's Talk Hookup booth.
That's
So
awesome.
come by and say hi. But Wayne says, congratulations to Bill and Mike, been at the show from the beginning and so happy to watch the evolution. So excited to be a part of the party in 2 weeks. is there going to be a rod building presence?
Yeah, so there is a giant rod building presence. Obviously, Batson's always a part of it.
And
Angler's
you're going to be
Resource
about
with
10
Fuji.
feet from that, right?
What's that?
When he's in the Let's Talk.
Yeah,
Hookup,
he will be
he's
right
gonna
in
be
front of
about 10
that.
feet
And
from
then
that.
we have, Angler's Resource, Fuji, a bunch of rod building guys have booths this year. That stage that was the Daiwa stage behind Huntington is now their rod building contest stage, and they're going to be doing live seminars on rod building.
Wow.
There's another thing, on, putting my retailer hat back on, like we were blown away at how many people kept coming by the booth. We've always, at any show setting, we've always sold blanks and, and things like that. The number of people that were just fiending for high-end CalStar, Seeker, all that kind of cool stuff was wild to us. And so we've like answered the call and greatly increased the number of high-end rod building blanks that we normally would bring to a show, because we just thought, we always strategize quite a bit. We get our whole team together. How many do you think, this, that, and the other? We were like sold out the first day and running back to the store and grabbing everything we can. So there's a lot of, and I think it's both people who are enthusiasts, but also people who just went, and there's so much free demonstration. And this is how you do it, that it just sparks a guy's mind. Like, I think I want to do that. I could handle that. Didn't look so hard. Cruise over to one of the retailers, buy a blank, buy some parts, and away you go. You're building your own rods.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with, Bill Batson pushing it, Darren from 310 Rod Works. Those two guys have really pushed the industry of the rod building side to be a part of what we're doing, and built a really good space for it. And we're happy to have that area back there.
You guys have really gotten behind it too.
And Batson's
really cool.
such a supporter of all things fishing, whether it be shows, kids events, Rollo, whatever, and anything that's in support of the industry, that guy really gets behind.
Yep. So,
and 310 Rod Works too.
Yeah, Darren's great. Darren donates stuff all the time. I think the rod building contest, I think those rods are going to War Heroes on Water afterward to be raffled off or sold to raise money for the guys. So, yeah, that side of the industry is something that I've never built rods growing up. It was never something that I was really educated on, and just watching the interest and the growth in that side of things in the industry has been really cool the past few years.
Yeah. Speaking of rods too, I know we've been talking a lot about CalStar and the fact that there's new ownership. CalStar will be there at the show again this year, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you'll get a chance to talk to, see the direction that things are going. And I know I got in trouble for talking about things that I wasn't supposed to, but there'll be new. Since I've already been in trouble for it, no reason not to say it again. Yeah, exactly. There's going to be brand new CalStar rods, new long rods, brand new design. Like, there hasn't been. CalStar's always made the best of saltwater stuff for so long, but there hasn't been a lot in the way of new innovation and like brand new blanks, brand new rods, and we'll all get to see those at the CalStar booth.
At the CalStar booth. Yeah,
I think you get the interesting part on the rod side of things is you go from the small individual builder, the Whopper Stopper, these different Black Creek rod builders, and then all the way up to Fishing Syndicate, who's kind of in between, and then to CalStar and Seeker and Phoenix rods, and you just everything from the small garage guy all the way up to the giant manufacturer. So it's neat.
It's awesome. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more texts, and a whole lot more of the boys from PCS. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California sport fishing boys on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, and Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
45 years. That's how long we've been right here on Mission Bay, helping friends and family like you discover the joy of sailing, kayaking, and everything life on the water has to offer. I'm Logan from Fastlane Kayaks, and if you ask Ron and Debbie Lane whether 45 years feels like a long time, they'll tell you time flies when you're having fun. You see, the Lanes have followed their passion for a life on the water, and they've made a living inviting others along for the ride. Over the years, the shop has grown and changed, and so have the employees and products inside. From selling catamarans in the 1970s as newlyweds, living in a VW bus in the store parking lot, to being the destination Hobie fishing kayak store they are today, working with their 2 sons and daughter. You might be looking for a new way to enjoy time on the water with your family, or maybe you're looking for a new way to stay active, enjoy nature, explore, and catch a spotted bay bass. Whatever your goals, come visit us in Dana Landing on Mission Bay, and we'll get you geared up and ready to enjoy life on the water.
One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, All CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. So if you want your tackle to be the state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar, available at fine tackle dealers. Hey, it's time for the 30-second Power Pro seminar. Here's the hot tip for those of us that like to fish with small reels for big fish. Fill your spools with Power Pro Max Quattro. It's 25% thinner than standard Power Pro. That means you're going to get more line on that small reel. Plus, you can fly line your bait more effectively. Here's another tip about Power Pro Max Quattro. Your casting distance will increase in addition to increasing your spool capacity. So downsize your tackle and use Power Pro Max Quattro. Check powerpro.com for more information.
Hey, this is Captain Benny Florentino, owner-operator of Coastal Charters. Just want to announce that I'll be running the Camus 26 hybrid boat from West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa. Hybrid being a center console with bay boat features. The boat features a Michael Peters stepped hull that'll give both myself and my guests a comfortable dry ride. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa will be carrying the 26 hybrid, 28 hybrid, and also a 34 cat. Heck, they even have some great looking bass boats. But if you have any other questions, feel free to call Nick Kelly or Kyle Mesa at West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa, and we'll see you on the water.
Take it from Captain Benny Florentino. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa is your source for Camus boats, as well as Parker boats, Yamaha outboards, and now Mercury outboards. Sales and service, the finest you can find. Go see Nick and the guys at West Coast Marine on Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check westcoastmarine.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning, having lots of fun. And boy, there's some great fishing going on. We've been talking about it all morning. And speaking of talking about great fishing, it's time for our catch report. Today, sponsored in part by Gamakatsu. They have some amazing show deals for you. Buy any 2 packs of Gamakatsu hooks at participating dealers and you'll get you one free. That in itself is an amazing deal. But get this, purchase $30 of Gamakatsu products of the show, and you're going to get a free pair of the Gamakatsu pliers and a cinch bag. You can stop by the Gamakatsu booth and get more details on that killer promotion. They're so awesome.
33% off on the hooks, and you get the free pliers and the cinch.
And a bag. Yeah, exactly.
Not bad.
Those guys are always throwing down, always making a show specials, something special. You're going to be buying Gamakatsu Nautilus hooks anyways. So it's like the best live bait hook around. Why would you not? You're getting it 33% off, and you're getting free goodies to go with it. Love it. Hey, with that said, we're going to find out what's going on. Head over to Dana War Sport Fishing. We got the man, Captain Brian Woolley's on the line. What's up, Woolley?
Hey, good morning, guys. Bill, Mike, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Brian.
Good stuff. Hey, for us this week, we had a pretty mellow week. Weather was absolutely beautiful all week, which was certainly very welcomed. Water temps for us, and our stretch 57 to 58, so little increase in our water temp, and with that, things clicked a little bit better than they have been over the last couple of weeks. So bass fishing for the half-day guys, they did see some definite improvement there. Fly-lined anchovies, again on the lighter monofilament, definitely got the bites better than the guys fishing the heavier stuff on the sinkers. So it wasn't like an every bait type of a deal, but the guys that, it's just typical deal here. You stick with it, you cycle through your baits. Those were the guys that were getting the bites pretty consistently. So that anchovy coupled with a small hook like a 4 or a number 2 helped out as well. But definitely a little improvement on the bass front. Some guys even incorporated a little bit of fluorocarbon into their deal there with that fly line. But that was good to see. A little bit of action on the bottom for the guys on the sinkers. Some sand bass, a couple sheephead caught and release, that kind of stuff as you'd expect with a February type deal. 3/4 day has been targeting sculpin, still same deal. Plenty of that to go around. A day or two, we had some current out there deep that made things a little tricky, but still plenty good. And then after the sculpin, we kind of pushed into the beach there and either fish for some bass, like we talked about there with our half day stuff, same approach, or a little bit of halibut drifting. So the halibut have all been on the short side. It seems like there's just been an influx of that short fish, stuff just under legal size, caught and released, keeper fish here and there maybe. I know the current had one during the week that went just under 20 pounds, which was certainly a nice one.
Nice one.
So that fish is just in on that anchovy that just seems to be everywhere. It's just spread out, but it's getting in really tight. So it's hard for us sometimes on the bigger boats to, get into that 8 and 10 feet of water where that fish has been really biting. So we're kind of on the outer edge of that stuff in that 10 to 14 to 20 foot range. So anyways, that was our week. It looks like great weather up until the weekend. Looks like there might be a little wind or something coming, but beautiful all week. So if you guys want to hop on a trip with us, our number here, 949-496-5794. Of course, you can hit us on the web too at danawharf.com.
Awesome. You know, Willie, I don't know if it's so much an influx of short fish or if it's just Mike Bohn vacuuming up all of the legals, out of that San Clemente stretch.
My video's
out
coming
there
out.
getting them,
I'm selling a video on it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Teaching people how to catch elephant?
I mean, I would assume that the mass, taking of so many legals because he's just such an excellent halibut drifter that I'm assuming is what must get it.
Should we give him one?
He's all about it. I will not be lying if I said I've gotten some text from Mike saying, "Hey, what's the scoop?" So he's into it.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it
For sure. Now, are you guys going to have a booth at the PCS show for Dana Wharf Sport Fishing?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've been there since day one.
That's right.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be there.
It's your
I'll be there a
backyard.
couple days. I know some of our captains. I think Christian Sekas from Sekas Sport Fishing will be there.
Nice.
I think Marcus from the Fury is going to try to get in there. Calvin from Atlanta. So we're trying to rally up some of the guys to have a presence in our booth for sure. That's
good.
Los Alamitos building again?
Yep.
Cool.
And we're to see you, of course, Brian, right?
Oh, I'll be there a day or two. Yeah, I think I'll be there Thursday, Friday.
Great.
Right on, buddy.
Right. Well, great. Well, if somebody wants to come to Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, how do we find you?
Cool. Hit us on the web at danawharf.com. That's the easiest. Or you can always call our landing 949-496-5794.
And of course, right on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup website, letstalkhookup.com. You can click on that banner and go right to that Dana Wharf site. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And we will talk to you next Sunday.
All right. Have a great week, guys. See
Thanks,
ya.
Willie.
Thanks, Willie.
I really liked this one. It was a text from Brian in San Diego, and it was his his recommendations on how to do PCS shows. He goes, well, guys, what a great show. I wanted to provide my yearly advice to new PCS show goers. Start slow. He says it's such a big show, and the first year I went crazy in the first 2 hours and was completely wiped out, and I didn't get a chance to see so much. It can be overwhelming. He said it's not a Black Friday sale. My recommendation is to go through each hall, then take a break, then listen to some live music, maybe get something to eat, maybe something to drink, then go to the next hall. Trust me, this show is going to take you a few hours. Can't wait from Brian in San Diego.
That's cool.
That was really cool.
Speaking of eats, are there going to be good eats?
Great food.
Yeah.
Always.
Great food.
Yeah. From the chicken bowls to the barbecue to the hot dog on a stick to there's just so much selection.
Is
there.
that barbecue guy going to be there again?
Yeah. I think Chris will be there. Yeah. He's finishing up some paperwork. That and then the area we're going out to the new Pacific building. There's going to be the Cruisers Tacos out there. They set up a full Mexican restaurant there. We're going to have a full bar right there. We're going to have another live band out that side. So it just
I don't know if we did a service or a disservice to Chris last year. Like, if you want to talk to the crew at the tackle store, PCS show has become their most favorite thing solely because the food is so good. Like it's not a convention center hot dog that you're eating. I mean, it's really good stuff.
That's right.
But we talked up that barbecue so much last year that we talked.
Yeah, the line was forever.
Exactly.
Well, he sells out by like 3 o'clock. I'm like, Chris, you got to get another smoker. You got to get something because he sells out quick.
We talked. So Chris is also a very accomplished rod builder, and he builds a lot of rods for the shop. So we were talking to him, and he said that he's had to completely restructure his booth to have 2 lines, like an in and out from each direction, like a different ticket sell, like just because of that. Like it was so. It's so good. Like you just don't get to go to a convention center and have like an actual, brisket barbecue sandwich. Like,
right. It's really cool. He took the year before, he had a smaller barbecue. Last year, he had like a small submarine.
Dude, it's exactly what it was. This freaking smoker's like 30 feet long.
Right.
And it's still not enough.
And it smells so good when you're walking around.
It's awesome. It's a fun part of the show.
Yeah.
And he's one of many killer food things he has. Yet again, you did something for everybody.
I think you gave us that tip a couple years ago.
Was that Chris?
Yeah.
No, Chris used to print the magazine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris was my printer for years and years. Him and his dad had a printer down in San Diego. It was called San Diego Printers. They printed the magazine for years, and when they went out of that, he went into the barbecue business.
He's one of the main reasons that we started. Like he was one of the factors that we dipped our toe into joining up with PCS. This is the best move we ever made. We love it.
Right
we
on.
really love getting to participate in the show. It's really cool.
And when we come back, we're going to hear from Gundy Gunderson, Surf Report, and a whole bunch more. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup. I'm a Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Years ago, I visited this amazing place called Hawaii Archipelago. I just could not get enough of this amazing islands. Natural beauty, friendly people, and phenomenal fishing. I knew I needed to spend more time there. Moving forward to today, here I am, a fishing lodge owner. Hi, this is Valerie Hopridge from Queen Charlotte Safaris in beautiful Hawaii Islands, British Columbia, Canada. We're a boutique lodge just steps from the Sanskrit Harbor, offering truly a unique fishing adventure. Our fishing is world-class. You will fish for king salmon, halibut, lingcod, crabbing, and much more. Our fishing grounds are unspoiled, untouched, and surrounded by stunning scenery. We're dedicated to making your venture an experience that will bring a lifetime of memories. We will welcome you as friends, and you will leave as part of our Queen Charlotte Safaris family. We are booking now. Please give me a call at 1-877-815-2892 or check us out on Instagram, Facebook, or visit our website, qcsafaris.com.
The best just got better. Shimano is proud to introduce the all-new Talica 20A and 25A reels. The Talica series is Shimano's flagship two-speed lever drag reel. It sits at the very pinnacle of the offshore world. The Shimano's Talica success is driven by its durability and spec attributes, allowing the series to differentiate from other lever drag reels within the market. The Talica is built around a cold-forged machined aluminum one-piece frame. The all-new Talica 20A and 25A now boasts Infinity Drive. Infinity Drive employs two drag washers housed in the side of the reel, allowing for an ultra-smooth, powerful drag system, while at the same time increasing winding power under a load as much as 40%. There's also a new lower low gear. If your utmost concern is performance without compromise, Talica 20A and 25A are the reels for you. Available now at your local Shimano dealer. This year, make reliable boating your resolution and back it with exhilarating deals with a new Yamaha outboard during Yamaha's New Year, New Reliability sales event. From now until March 31st, 2025, purchase a new eligible Yamaha 450 to 30 horsepower outboard and get up to 7 years of coverage protection. Looking to hit the water with lower horsepower? There's a deal for you too. Purchase a new Yamaha 25 to 2.5 horsepower outboard and receive up to $200 in dealer credit toward the purchase of additional goods and services. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Offer ends March 31st, 2025, subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Select models exclude 24-month Yamaha extended service added to a 36 or 60-month factory limited warranty. Choice offered to Florida residents is a 24-month Yamaha limited warranty. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealer for details. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hey, this is Mike Schill.
We're going to hang a star for Fernando Tatis Jr.
The Padres play here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
An Odyssey sports station. This program is sponsored and produced by Let's Talk Hookup. Opinions and offers expressed during this program are not those of Odyssey or 97.3 The Fan. Sometimes they tell some pretty hefty fish stories. We don't know if they're true or not.
And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock God, Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup, right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan. Pete Gray here along with Rock God, Rick Maxa. Great show going on with Bill DePriest, Mike Bohn from the PCS show. Lots of fun things. And your phone calls and your texts.
Man, we're having a great time. So much cool info. So excited that the PCS show is right around the corner, March 6th through 9. It's been a great show. Lots of great info already. And if you want to join us in this second half, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 833-288-0973. One more time, 833-288-0973 is how you reached on the fan this morning. Or you can send us a text. We've already had so many great text messages come through, and they are just piling through for this second hour. The only way to send in a text through Let's Talk Hookup is through the Let's Talk Hookup app. If you don't have it already, it's a free download. It's the easiest way to listen to Let's Talk Hookup. You can catch all the archive shows. If there was a killer tidbit of information that you missed from yesterday's show, you want to rehear this one, or you just like listening on your drive home from work, all available through the Let's Talk Hookup app, and it's easy to do, and the only way you can text in your questions to the show. We're giving away a great prize. One lucky caller or texter at the end of today's show is going to win a full-day trip on board the Mission Belle at a Point Loma Sport Fishing. Big thanks to Captain Cameron Crippen for making that happen for us, and you're going to get 4 tickets to the PCS show. You're going to get to bring the fam, bring some buds, and come check out this great show that we've been talking about all morning.
Speaking of family, kids get in free, right?
Yep, 12 and under kids get in free.
12 and under kids get in free.
Great
So
move.
bring the whole family.
Yep.
Yeah,
Totally.
it's a family event for
No,
sure.
No doubt. Well, hey, with that said, we're going to continue on with our catch report. We got him standing by. Gundy Gunderson is on the line, our surf guru. What's up, Gundy?
Good morning, Gundy.
We got Gundy.
Good morning,
there?
Gundy. Oh, wait a minute. Pick us up, Gundy,
There
right
he is.
here. There you go.
Yeah, you hear me?
All right, got you, Gundy. I had to bring the pot up here. so.
Hey, you got Mike Bohn there?
Yes,
And
he
yes,
is.
What's up, Gundy?
You know it.
You know where I met that guy when I was crewing on the Polaris Supreme.
That guy.
And I saw one of the most remarkable feats of sport fishing from him. We were in a ripper bluefin bite. Everyone
Here
had
we
4 or
go.
5
Here we
bluefin,
go.
And Mike Bohn caught, 11 skipjack in a row.
Oh, unbelievable. That's awesome.
All right, let's go to the report.
Gundy, I will get you for that
Publicly. Oh, I
It
love
was
it.
kind of a pity friendship, if you know what I mean.
That's right, buddy. I love it.
When everyone's tapping you on the shoulder, you know you're having a rough day on a long-range boat. Anyways, improving conditions, we saw some really nice catches up there on the Santa Barbara front. The water's cleaning up, 57, 58-degree water. Very good barred perch fishing, probably an 8 to 12-inch average. Lugworms working real well. One of the anglers there throwing lugworms at Gaviota had 14 perch. Refugio, Gaviota, other good places there. Actually seen a couple Corvinas swimming around that warmer water. Redondo, that South Bay, very good quality barred perch. They had one fish, 2 pound, 12 ounces right there, pushing the 3 pound mark. Some of the guys throwing the Lucky Craft for those better quality fish. And they also had a 30-inch striper up there off of the they reported it from their shop, but the guy went up to the Ventura River mouth and had a 30-inch striped bass up there. Oceanside reported they beat their 2 pound, 4 ounce barred perch with a 2.5 in their perch derby. Pretty good fish in there. Army Navy's a good stretch to look at. Some smaller halibut in the lagoons. And then they had one of their anglers fishing down in Ensenada had a 22-pound striped bass there at the harbor mouth. So stripers are on the radar and the barred perch are on the bite.
Man, we'll take that,
Sorry,
Gundy.
Mike.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Some
Mike.
good stuff there. Yeah.
That's awesome,
Any
Gundy.
skipjack in the surf?
What's that?
Any skipjack in the surf?
No skipjack.
No, ask that. Hey, you got the guy right there. He'll know how to catch one.
Well, Gundy, of course, always great fishing. And
I wouldn't
surf
show
fishing
your
and stuff
face at
like
our
that.
show, buddy.
You're in trouble.
See what happens when you don't call me. All right, you guys, I'll see you at the show.
All
Thanks,
right,
Gundy.
Be good
See
to
you,
see you,
Gundy.
Gundy. Thanks
See
a
you,
lot
buddy.
for the call this morning.
That's fun.
Appreciate that.
Hey,
very much. Yeah.
That's going to wrap up our catch break. You want to check out surffishtackle.com for all your surf fishing needs. And again, like you guys were saying earlier, a lot of concessions made in the surf fishing thing, surf fishing seminar at this year's PCS show.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. We like I said, want to be inclusive to everyone that fishes. It doesn't need to be a big budget deal.
That's awesome, man. Very cool. We're excited.
Very nice. I have a great, actually, phones are packing up. You want to get through 833-288-0973. Jeff, standing by. Let's jump into it.
Let's do that. How about we go to line one? It's John calling us from Anaheim this morning. What's up, John? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys. Excited to go. I mean, you answered a lot of my questions already, but my 3-year-old granddaughter I would like to bring.
Heck yeah.
If she gets tired, can I go out to the parking lot and let her sleep in my tent on my truck and come back in re-entry?
Yeah, so this year we will have hand stamps to get in and out.
Cool.
So that will not be a problem.
All right.
And you need to bring your granddaughter. That's
right.
We want the kids
Essential.
coming. Yeah.
For sure. The real reason we have the stamps, though, is so many people have to load up their
So
trucks,
much tackle.
and then they have to go home, dump it off, and come back.
Oh,
Reload
okay.
at the truck and then go back. That's what we
And
find.
that's
the
something
most
new
of.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Big deal. All right.
We have like a space in our booth for like our customers doing that, where they like buy a bunch of stuff. You're buying, multiple rods and gaffs and things like that. Was like one of our sneaker moves. Like
Customer service.
Yeah, we have a storage facility for that. So if a guy buys, 4 bags full of stuff and a bunch of rods, like we've got like a locked storage area in like the inside of our booth where we keep all that. Like I can't tell you how many people have utilized that just because you don't necessarily want it. You've got a big giant deckhand kill bag. You don't want to be walking around with a 72-inch bag while you're scoping out seminars. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Hey, Tony in Hesperia writes, and he says he's in Hesperia, but he's currently in Tampa for spring training. So I don't know what team he's watching in Tampa, but should be watching the Padres down in Peoria. So,
there you go.
Hey, good morning. The buzz for this year's show is incredible. I saw the show map online. Is there a list of vendors with their corresponding booth numbers?
Yep, that will be out in the next couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already listed all the vendors and we've listed the map. Now it'll be the map with the numbers.
Where is the best source to see that online?
Sportfishingfestival.com.
Sportfishingfestival.
That'll be updated early next week with the final numbers and all that.
So you can see the booth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my recommendation again is to either go to the right or the left when you enter and ride the whole horseshoe all the way around and take your time and see every booth. Don't try to just track to one person that you're seeing. You're going to miss a lot of cool stuff, but it is nice to know where people are.
Yeah. I believe our booth number is 560. We're right next to Queen Charlotte Safaris.
That's right.
And right across from the Rod Building and stuff like that. But we got to talk about Valerie from Haida Gwaii Safaris now, not Queen Charlotte Safaris, but formerly Queen Charlotte Safaris. I know you're a huge fan of Valerie's like I am, and you've been to the resort many times. She's been a busy lady, and I can't believe she was telling me she's almost all booked up already for 2026.
Wow. Yeah, she's just a wonderful person. I've known her since Hallie, her daughter, was in a little stroller when I met her up in Long Beach in the parking lot when I was early in the industry. And she's a great family friend of ours. I brought the whole family up there twice. Her lodge is amazing.
Wife and kids love it up there.
Absolutely. And she does like the travel agent thing. So a lot of lodges will sell you a spot and that's great, but then you still have to figure out your whole plan to get there. She takes the time to help you book your flights and exactly how everything works from the ground up. For somebody on their first trip or somebody who's a little nervous to try something new, she will walk you through it and you will be more comfortable than you've ever been. I mean, she's just wonderful.
Yeah, she's really good. She's got a really good Canadian travel agency that she works with now.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Yeah,
And
they just do a great job.
everything. Like if you want to spend the night in a hotel or two, they'll help you do that. They'll help you get your flights. Everything's coordinated.
rad.
So go by and say hi to Valerie at Queen Charlotte Safaris or Haida Gwaii Safaris. Yeah, that's going to be
I
hard.
think we just had a story from us going up there a couple months ago in the magazine.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
was. Yeah, that was a great story.
That was my boys. They went when they were smaller. There's pictures of my little boy with Hallie when they were little up there, and then pictures of them when they're older. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Hey, I had a great text come through. It says, good morning, gents. I really enjoy attending PCS. All the way back when it was a single hangar to now 8 buildings. Your marketing efforts are exceeded only by the quality of show that you deliver. Do you offer any type of military, veteran, or senior discounts? Also, I'm planning on doing a multi-day stretch this year. Are there any hotels associated with PCS or anything you can recommend? That's from Ted in San Diego.
Yeah, so our vendors stay at the Hilton, which is by South Coast Plaza. That's kind of our hotel that's our preferred hotel. There's a lot of great hotels in the area. As far as discounts go, it's kids 12 and under and active duty military with an ID are the discounts that we have currently. We've tried other stuff, and the issues are it's people go up and kind of argue with the ticket people, and it's very difficult. So those are the two that we have. We appreciate our military. That's why we, do the War Heroes deal. That's why we have the national anthem before we open. I mean, we're very, very proud of our country. So,
well, you guys do an awesome job, and I can tell you from spending a lot of days there, it's worth every single penny to get to go to that show. You will be busy the whole time you're there.
Yeah, it's crazy how much there is to see. Hey, time to talk about a great place right down the road here, Point Loma Seafoods, right next to the San Diego landings at Point Loma. I was in there the other day buying some shrimp and some crab and some fish, and the array of seafoods that they have in the middle of the winter is just unbelievable.
How much time you got for me? I mean, I'll talk the whole time. It's so good. You know what? I've been on a kick. I've gone all the way back to the most basic of the old school OG Mrs. Kelly's tuna salad sandwich. Just a regular,
the best.
Killer
Absolutely.
sourdough, their killer tuna salad, cut in half on a piece of bread. It's so good.
You know what makes it great if you're going out on a boat, and what makes a great boat snack?
Oh, dude,
you get a pint or a half pint of that Mrs. Kelly's, and then you take the Point Loma Seafoods homemade tortilla chips, and that makes a great boat snack.
Yes, we eat that again all the time at the store when somebody's going to get lunch and somebody else is like, I'm leaving too soon. Hey, grab me a tuna salad and chips. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Throw the spoon away, eat every piece of tuna salad with their homemade chips. Oh my God.
Yeah,
the place is so killer.
Check it out. Point Loma Seafoods right next to the San Diego landings in Point Loma.
All right. Hey, let's jump back into the phones. They are absolutely packed solid. If you want to get your chance to get through, 833-288-0973. Let's talk to Chuck. He's calling us from Dana Point on line 1 this morning. Good morning, Chuck.
Hey, guys. When you hit that tuna sandwich just right and the toasted bread, I can eat
He's serious about that.
I usually don't make it to work.
That's funny.
But the show the atmosphere is so great, and you get to see the actual captains and the owners of the lodges. And nobody's pressed. You can sit there and talk as long as you want. And then the meeting area, it's going to be like it has been, where the center, you go out there and eat with the boat, congregate, and if somebody wants to go see something else, I'll just meet you back out here in the middle. Is that going to be like the same format? I know you added some more stuff.
Yeah, no, there's still a great area in the middle there with the band to sit down and eat food and hang out with your friends. And yeah, that'll always be there. Coronado Brewing has a social hub hangout spot out there in the middle. So yeah, there'll be plenty of spots to hang out with your friends for sure.
That is a good point. That is a good point that Chuck brings up, though. You easily could have filled that space with more people and put more money in your pocket, but that's not what you chose to do. You keep the atmosphere right, and
that's right.
It's part of the fun. It's part of the hangout. It's you're grabbing your sandwich and your drink, and then you see a fishing buddy that you went on a 4-day trip with a few years before. You run into these friends. It's part of the social happening at the show.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning, Chuck. Great. Now, you guys will understand this because I'm going to read this because I don't quite follow what he's looking for. Paul from Placentia says, is there a digital program of all the vendor locations? What is he?
So I think what he's getting at, so Western Under News does our show guide, and they print it out with all of the maps and everything. They do have a scan, if I remember, that takes you to a digital version of it to go ahead and scan through and look through the maps.
You could actually download onto your phone or something.
Yeah, you could screen capture it on there, whatever, that gives you all the vendors and the map.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
They do have that. We will eventually, I think, once the second show gets going, come up with some sort of an app that helps you find locations of booths and stuff. We're getting to that point where we're going to need to do something.
Yeah.
But my belief is you got to go in with your eyes closed. Totally. Don't look for one specific booth. Just go walk the thing and see, because you're going to bump across something that you've thought about, or something that really sparks your interest that you never knew that company existed, because of all the small mom and pop businesses that can't afford to advertise, but this is their opportunity to shake your hand and show their product. And you don't want to miss those guys. That's where a lot of these brands that are big in our industry have started, is by little mom and pop shops, and they become these big brands. So
yeah, we talked about yesterday of course, we had the Ray Marine guys in, and we had Joe from Johnson Hicks on the phone too. Awesome. We already talked about Baker and the Fujinon binoculars and such like that. But there's going to be a lot of electronics there. If you're in the market for a new boat, that's the place to be. A new motor, that's the place to be. New electronics for your boat. I mean, this is the place to see all that.
Well, and I think that the most important thing to talk about is the fact that the manufacturers will have their own booths there. I think that's what a lot of people have said. Wow, that's cool. There's a dealer there that can sell it to you and they have education on it, but I want to talk to a representative from the manufacturer.
Right.
And every manufacturer in the industry has their own booth there. So it's just it's a game changer
Which
to be
is
able
unusual.
to talk. Yeah, exactly.
Is Anglers Marine going to be there this year?
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say, we were just talking about boats. Like our big plan this year is like, this is our off year. We're going to invest in going lithium. And, you know, we've talked about Norris and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like that's like our big boat plan purchase this year. So one of my like sneak away out of the booth is but like, even with all the stuff we've done on the radio show, we even had Kyle Grover on the show talking about it. There's still just like a lot of questions there. So that's like my big thing. And I know Anglers Marine does a lot of lithium stuff. So that's kind of one of my sneakaways is to get to go and get fully doped up on that.
There's a couple of guys.
Yeah. And not only that, but we have like the Seakeeper guys. We have Psionics is there. I mean, we have 2-3 rows of electronics, big motors, man engine. The Mercury's bringing their corporate booth there. So the whole thing has just gone Richter.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is that we talked about Norris, and you can learn a lot from the guys at Anglers, because I was talking to Rick and the guys about Norris, because they're so into Norris.
That's why
Norris is
I
like
asked.
the premium lithium battery, and I definitely want to switch.
You're talking to people who have actually installed the product, who have used the product.
And Kyle runs them on his boat.
That's
so that guy is so knowledgeable.
It's exactly why I asked the question.
He's a big part of Norris.
Sure.
I think our plan is to do Norris lithium like on all of our house stuff, and maybe keep one standard for our starting. But I want to talk to somebody about it, and I want to talk to somebody about charging, and like that's my big off-season purchase for the year. But I just need to talk to somebody that's better than flipping through and trying to form my own opinion read on the internet. I want to talk to somebody that does it, and I know Rick Grover is like kind of the man,
and especially Kyle, Rick and Kyle.
Both of them. You know, exactly.
I feel like the forums online, you know, it's kind of like reviews of businesses. You know, the guys who have great experience are rarely talking, and the ones who have had issues or didn't install it correctly are the ones that say things aren't great. You really need to learn from people who actually have installed it and understand it.
Forum research has just turned into somebody who who justifies the purchase that they made, no matter what it is. Like, this reel is the best. This is the reel that I bought. These are the very best. Like, well, it's only based on the fact that that's what you paid your money for, and you're justifying your purchase. It's just not the same.
Hey, Mike's on the hotline. I think I know which Mike it is. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, Mike from the Tribute.
From being sick.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, it sounded like a rough one, huh?
This was a nasty flu for sure. Yeah, it feels very good to be back in the studio with you, Mike. Good morning. It sounds like you guys have had some crazy good fishing on the Collinette trips this year.
Yeah, you know what? Every one of them's been good. They're just getting better now with a little bit of sardine mixed in, and a lot of lingcod on the jigs too. But I just really good fishing yesterday. They ended up with 105 lingcod, 115 reds, and basically rounded out, you know, the full 10 fish limits with some rockfish and whitefish to go with it. But there was guys. I was talking to Josh Rembold, manager at Turner's. You guys might know him, but he was on the boat, and he texted me this morning. He goes, man, I had 8 or 9 of them. He goes, there was a guy that had like 12 on the jig. He said it was just one of the funnest bottom fishing trips that he's been on.
So cool.
And they're good, you know, they're good lingcod. They're not like, you know, barely keepers. Some of them are, you know, getting up there at 15-pound range, and they're it's when they're biting the jig like that, and you get, you know, hitchhikers and followers and stuff like that. It changes everything. It's such a fun trip.
That's right. And the weather's been great, and it's just been it's been really cool. And you guys do such a great job on your social media showing the pictures of all those things. I mean, it looks like a little snippet from Southeast Alaska fishing there.
Yeah, I kind of jealous. My knees probably I debated going just because how nice the weather was going to be, and looking at all the pictures this morning, I'm literally jealous.
Yeah, time to go. Well, are they schedule going to continue here through the winter, and as we roll into spring, and are there opportunities to go down and get on these Collinette trips with you guys, Mike?
Next weekend, the trip's ready to go. We got a dozen people on it. Weather looks nice. Pete Sports sponsored trip, and then we have these up throughout the end of next month, and then we switch over and we start putting up some of our offshore schedules. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, first thing in the morning, I started getting flooded with pictures of big lingcod, and just I wish I was there.
Us too, buddy. Well, great job. Appreciate it very much. One more time, if somebody does want to go with you guys next week, said trip's all ready to go. How do we jump on the boat?
Check Seaforth Landing, tributesportfishing.com. You can call Seaforth at 619-224-3383. And take a look at our social media. I updated some more of it this morning, but looking at the pictures and Kyle's great food. Derek Southern's been running the boat here last couple trips. He's done a great job. And yeah, I mean, it's jump on next week. It's already to go, and give Seaforth a call, and we'll see you there.
You're the man. Great job, Mike. Appreciate it very much. We'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that very much. All right, phones are packing up. You want to get through 833-288-0973. Let's jump into it.
Line 2's got Brian from San Clemente on the line this morning. Good morning, Brian. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Yo, Brian.
Pick us up, Brian.
Awesome. It looks like we might have lost Brian. So how about we grab Sean on line 4? He's calling us from Irvine this morning. Hey, Sean.
Sam.
You mean Sam?
Oh, Sam. Sorry about that.
Okay,
Sam.
we got Sam.
My bad.
My bad. Hey, I went to, my question is for your host there, to a rod wrapping dinner and get together with all the wrapping salespeople and things like that. It was a great time, but I haven't seen any information on that. I wanted to attend that again this year.
Yeah, I think that was
at a restaurant.
I think that was the Mudhole guys outdoor foundation group. Actually, Saturday night's going to be a CCA fundraiser with AFCO guys and Turtle Box guys. There's going to be some information put out on that. It's a kind of a film festival type thing at West Coast Marine. So that's going to be a fundraiser for CCA on Saturday night.
Cool.
On this Saturday? Saturday
night of the show.
Yeah.
Correct.
At the show.
Yeah. Well, it's the Saturday night of the show. It's going to be at West Coast Marine.
At West Coast Marine. Okay, in Costa Mesa.
So after the show's done, if you want to cruise down there, there's a
that's open
fundraising
to the
opportunity and just a cool extension of a rad day.
Yeah, that's open to the public.
Love it.
All right, great. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Kathleen in Ocean Beach writes. She says, "Good morning, gentlemen. What an interesting show today. I'm thinking about maybe coming up to the show with my family. I have a 4-year-old daughter and an 8 and a 12-year-old boys. Who love the fish. I really don't know too much about fishing, but I love the people and love to watch the people. When's the busiest day to come up?"
So my recommendation would be, there's a couple of recommendations. If you can come up on a weekday with the kids, it'll be a little bit slower at the trout pond for them and stuff. The show is busy every day. There's not a day that it's not
because it's only
busy.
4 days long.
It's only 4 days long.
And
So
the hours are very, very condensed.
Yeah, it is very busy. But I would say, a Friday afternoon or a Sunday would probably be the best. But yeah, I would not be intimidated because you don't fish a bunch. I mean, we want people to be there to learn, and you'll learn from the industry that they're all excited to have people there that don't have a lot of experience. Those are the most exciting ones to teach and get into the sport. So we encourage
bringing those kids, and even the 4-year-old will have
absolutely
fun.
Yeah, head over to the trout pond and have a great time.
One of the things I'm learning is that Wyatt will literally climb on board every single boat that is at the entire show and open every hatch and open every door and want to try to push the horn and wheel the steering wheel. I mean, there's so much.
And Wyatt's 3. So.
Yeah, exactly. They love it. It's Kathleen, for sure, bring your whole squad up. And the food's killer, and it's easy, and it's fun, and the music, it's a great time. No doubt you should totally bring them.
Yep.
For sure. All right. Time to find out what's biting out there, Rick.
You got it, man. It's time for our Fishdope.com report. We got the man, Yusuf Husseini, the Anglers Realtor, standing by. Today, that catch report sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego, where you get the premier processing experience. Check out the new, easier online system to book your processing for your long-range trips. With more team members, Fisherman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. More same-day capacity, the finest customer service. You can stop by their location in Old Town on Taylor Street or check fishermansprocessing.com and be sure you make those reservations for your long-range trip today. We got Yusuf standing by this morning. Good morning, Yusuf.
Hey, good morning, guys. How we doing?
We're doing great.
Good morning.
Stoked to have a nice little week of weather here and a chance to go out fishing.
I know it's finally sunny. I think I'm going to try to drag the kids out halibut fishing this afternoon, hopefully.
All right.
All right. So
up in Santa Cruz area, the northern, up in the islands, there is squid everywhere. The squid fleet has actually stopped fishing because market squid is way down. Santa Monica Bay and Long Beach, sand bass fishing is the ticket. The twilight trips are doing really good on the sand bass, just outside. Catalina, halibut fishing has gotten even better on the backside. People are still getting a sea bass here and there in with the halibut, 5 to 50 feet of water. They've been in mostly the milky water. Still have bonita out front from can dumps to condos. Palo Verde, LA, and Long Beach, same deal, sand bass with a little bit of calico mixed in on the twilight trips. Halibut has been picking up on the hard bottom there. The sizes actually increased a little bit from what reports say, up to 35 pounds. And then Dana Point, same deal. Bass fishing is a little bit slow except for the evenings, but the halibut fishing is picking up. Ivy Flats, reports of halibut being caught in the area. Fish the flats up to the edge of the pipe, look for the bait, and you'll find the fish. Coronado Islands has been very slow. There are a lot of boats looking around. Nobody has really had a good score yet over there, but hopefully we see that here soon. The yellow's popping up. Ensenada, there's still some fish on the Bonda Bank. Pongueros have been fishing them, been some topwater fish. Also, there's good halibut fishing just off the bank there. Same kind of deal in the shallower waters here. And I saw online about 2 days ago that Kelly and the guys down south in St. Quentin have been putting the wood to the yellowtail. Lots of topwater fish, good size too. Look like 20 to 30 pound fish.
Sweet.
That's all I got for you, boys.
Take that,
That's
buddy.
some pretty good fishing. And of course, fishdope.com. $30 off a new membership to fishdope.com. You want to know where the hot halibut spots are? There's been a lot of talk about big halibut and stuff. He's got them on fishdope.com. Check it out. $30 off a new membership to fishdope.com using the code Hookup Now. Lowercase, no space. Hookup Now is your $30 code. And of course, BD Outdoors, fishdope.com will be at the PCS show, right?
They will be.
Yeah, we're going to see you at the PCS show, Yosef?
I will be in the Fishdope booth the whole
All right.
weekend. Come
Okay.
say hi.
So you want to talk fishing, you want to talk real estate with Yosef. How's that real estate market? A lot of weird stuff going on right now, right?
It is totally weird. Up and down. It's like, I swear that people buying houses are like the yellowtail. They only come out when like the sun's out and it's perfect conditions. Everybody wants to be out looking for houses. And that's the case. We've had a couple good sunny weekends here and real estate starts pumping again. So weird.
There you go.
That's awesome, buddy.
Time to get a hold of Yosef. How do we get a hold of you? We want the best realtor around and a guy that likes to fish.
You can get me at 619-277-2169 on my cell phone. You can check my website at sportsmansrealty.com. Get me on social media at Cal Realty. And if you would like a free home evaluation with no stalking, you can go to SoCalHomeEval.com and we'll send you a report.
Thanks, Yosef. Appreciate that. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
All right, guys. Talk soon.
All right, appreciate that. It's going to wrap up our report. Hey, speaking of which, Norris Lithium Batteries, they're here in Southern California, designed specifically for marine use. Norris Lithium features prismatic cells for extreme durability, solid connections, longevity, and reliability. The Norris Guardian Advanced Battery Management System allows you to monitor the health and the charging status of your batteries by using an app on your phone. Norris also makes a complete line of kayak and electric reel batteries. Make an investment in the best for your boat with Norris Lithium. Check norrislithium.com or go see the Trolling Motor Doctor or at Anglers Marine, both in Anaheim and the Lakeside locations. Or as we heard, you can see them at the PCS show starting March 6 through 9.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Hey, I have a great text here, and it's so apropos because we love talking about kids and love talking about kids at the PCS show. It's from Paul in Fountain Valley. He says, guys, great show. Getting pumped up to go. I took my 5-year-old grandson to the show last year, and he had a blast. He caught his first fish at the trout pond and had to pry him away from the reptile exhibit.
Love it.
He loved having those snakes around his neck and
So
holding
cool.
them for photos. I will be bringing him again this year, and he's getting excited. Anyone who's thinking about bringing a youngster, it should be a no-brainer. Thanks again for the great show. Really looking forward to the PCS show.
Yeah. Thank you for encouraging that.
cool.
We want the kids to get out there.
Yeah.
They're the future of what we're doing. So
Talk about First of all, talk about the reptile guy, because that guy
So
is like
Jay,
insane.
Jay Brewer's Prehistoric Pets. If you look him up on Instagram, I think he's Prehistoric Jay or something like that. He has, I don't know, 14 million followers or some ridiculous thing.
Wow.
He's giant. He is very, very popular, and he's a friend of mine. I actually got him his first swordfish. I got him his first, I think, bluefin over 200 on my boat a few years back. He's been a friend of mine for years and years. But yeah, him and his daughter, they set up with their people. They bring a bunch of giant
snakes on your neck.
Yeah, they have giant snakes. I think they bring the little alligator. I think they bring a bunch of different stuff. So it's just cool experience for kids to, you know, they don't need to be standing in halls the whole time. You know, it's good for them to go see the trout, go panning for gold, go see the hawks.
Yeah,
you know.
and tell us about the hawks, Mike.
It's Mike.
So this is Adams Falconry. You have to have a certain permit to be able to transport these. You can use them in falconry, but to actually have them as an exhibit
to bring them,
yeah, you have to have a special permit. And so there's a lot of work in getting them there. And it's just really cool. You know, they're apex predators, and they're like looking at a fighter plane, right?
Yeah.
You get up next to them,
Especially
and they
the
just
peregrine.
And when do you get to see something up close like that? You just don't.
And you can literally, she can take pictures with them. And she'll probably let you hold them. She has a big leather glove that she puts on.
That's so rad.
It is really rad. It's really cool.
That's cool. Now, are those in different buildings, or are they all kind of in the same zone?
At the back side of the Santa Ana Pavilion is where the trout ponds are. It's where the gold panning is. It's where Jay is. It's where the falconry lady is. It's all there.
Yeah.
So,
good.
Yeah,
So
we keep it in one
kind
area.
of in that one building.
Yeah. That way you can get the
There's
kids
hot
back
dog on
there.
a stick back there. There's pretzels. There's live music, I think.
We have a steel drums guy back there. It's just every area of the show's got its own thing going on.
My boy fished in the trout pond last year. Got a fish print shirt that he wears all the time. Super proud of. It's just a really cool place to take the kids.
Yeah.
Like
When I
my kid talks about it all. I mean, he's so pumped already. Wyatt knows the show's coming up.
Now, when your dad's at the show every day, how does your wife deal with, like, when are we going to see Dad?
Dallas is a machine. I don't know how she does it. She's the glue that holds us together. I don't know how she does it, but she does. She's got both of them and wagon and the whole nine, and they kill it. She's
And
awesome.
I think the trout in the pond this year, there's going to be some special trout in there that I don't think have ever been in trout ponds at any of these shows for the kids. So there'll be something cool in there.
All right.
Something special.
That's awesome. Well, hey, when we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more great information. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
All of us at the American Angler family want to express appreciation to our regular passengers that fish with us year after year, and to the new anglers that came out this last season. We realize how precious your vacation time is, and we are truly grateful that you have chosen to spend this time with us. It's important that your experience is memorable, from the moment you call the office to the time you step off the boat. Hi, I'm Lori. Call me at the office, 619-223-5414, or check us out at AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com. Come fishing with the American Angler family and make a memory.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now with stores throughout Southern, Central, and Northern California. No one does it better. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find a location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
I've had the opportunity to fish many places in many different types of water, but never have I fished a place as much fun as Katmai Lodge in Alaska. Hello, my name is Harold Davis, typically fishing in the ocean, but this is an experience that you have to try for yourself. Fish natural rivers with tens of thousands of fish coming up. And they have all the gear: spinning, bait casting, fly rods, kings, silvers, pinks, sockeyes, and my favorite, the chums. Outstanding food, outstanding accommodations, great service. The lodge is located in the beautiful Katmai National Park, filled with amazing wildlife. Brown bears, moose, eagles, otters, and it has spectacular scenery. And also the fact that the lodge is located right on the Alagnac River and your boat is just steps away from your room makes it great. Do yourself a favor. Call Charmel at 1-800-330-0326 or go online, katmai.com. And like Pete says, they will hook you up.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And at your San Diego County Ford dealers, you can find yours with the Ford F-150. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, the power to choose between gas, hybrid, or all-electric is yours. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers, they'll be glad to hook you up.
Whether you're boating, floating, paddling, fishing, or just chilling, remember a good day on the water always starts with everyone wearing life jackets. Save the ones you love. Life jackets save lives. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning, talking PCS show right around the corner, March 6th through the 9th. Cannot wait. This show has got me so pumped up for the upcoming festival, man. I can't wait.
You bet. Hey, if you want to get through on the lines, 833-288-0973. Jeff is standing by. We have a chance to win a full-day trip on the Mission Bell from Point Loma Sportfish and 4 tickets. You can take the whole group with you to the PCS show coming up the 6th through the 9th of March. So
pretty sweet.
Let's go ahead and jump to the phones, Rick.
You got it. How about we talk to Brian calling us from San Clemente this morning. Good morning, Brian. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's everybody doing?
What's up, Brian?
Good morning.
Hey, I texted the show yesterday. I was on the Some Fun with Wooly fishing that sculpin, and he's really underselling that bite right now. You put on a 5-inch Viejos and a lead head on a dropper loop, and you let that thing drift around, near the bottom without getting hung up if you can. And I caught 20 sculpin, kept the 5 biggest,
sick.
And had a great time. So if you know what you're doing, it's wide open.
Man, that's awesome, Brian. How fun is that? And there's very few things that are better table fare than a limited sculpin when you come home, and that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, we ate every single one of them as soon as I got home last night. So, and I was trying to think of something to ask the guys because I know that's kind of what drives the show, and I know that the show at the Orange County Fairgrounds it's the best show that there's been.
Thank you.
So you guys do a great job. So the only question I could possibly think of was, is there a multi-day pass? Like if I wanted to go by myself one day and then take the family another day, is there any kind of discounts for going multiple days?
Yeah, no, what we did is we kept the tickets at $20 instead of raising them and just kept it to a daily ticket just because it's very hard to figure out who's who and who's bringing tickets. So we just kept the price at 20, didn't raise them up. And it's just a daily ticket.
It's one of those things, the amount of technology that you would have to buy to be able to do multi-day tickets is going to end up raising the ticket price.
That's
where
right.
your discount would go away anyway. So
Yeah.
keeping it the same, but still offering the big show is kind of is the discount.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, glad you had such a great trip
Thanks
with
a lot for
the
the call.
boys from Dana. That's awesome. All right. Well, hey, I had a great text come through. Good morning, guys. Really looking forward to the show this year. It's great to see how it has grown from just a single hangar building. Great job, Bill. My question is towards the kayak end of things. What can we see for kayak anglers? Any kayak seminars, etc.?
Kayak seminars, not this year. We will, as we grow and as we grow into the San Diego show in 26, there'll be more of a kayak presence. We just have sold out so quickly. It's very difficult to get everything in. So that will be a focus. San Diego will have some more kayak presence there and more kayak seminars and stuff for 26. So that and the spearfishing, great suggestions. We really appreciate it.
Always good to have things on the radar.
Absolutely.
Now,
That's
Mike, you had
future.
some stuff you wanted to talk about.
So one of the
Get right
callers,
up on that.
one of the callers earlier said something about what is your most proud.
Yeah.
It's kind of, so last year Berkeley had a promotion where you bought any reel in the show
from any manufacturer.
Over $50.
Over $50.
That's right.
They would give you a free fill up of Pro Spec chrome braid,
Which was unheard of because
Unheard
this
of.
is a company who sells fishing reels.
Right.
And they were filling their
It didn't
competitors'
matter who
brand.
it was.
Everybody.
And they, Justin Poe told us they sold 1,300 reels in 4 days.
Oh my
And it was
God.
enough. It was like 2,300 miles of braid.
2,300 miles.
2,300
And the funniest
miles.
thing is I was walked by the booth and I saw Justin Pose, the boss,
Yeah. The big
winding
guy.
line. I go, what the heck are you doing? He goes, somebody's got to do
It's
it,
all
man.
hands
We're
on
so
deck,
busy.
baby.
That's what
Yeah.
it was. I think, honestly, in looking back, I don't think there's ever been a promotion at any of these shows in the history that has been that powerful.
That's
No
successful.
doubt.
Pretty amazing.
The value of that is amazing. And the
Yeah.
fact that they're willing to wind it on anybody's reels is just,
And they're going to do it again.
And they're doing
they're
it
doing
again.
it again.
Yep.
It's going to
Same
be,
deal.
I think last year people were probably thinking that can't be true. Well, it's back, and it is. And
So all you have to do is buy a reel at the show over $50. Bring the receipt that you bought it
Bring
at
your
the
reel
show.
over to them and drop it off.
Yep,
Okay.
and they
They'll
take
give
care
you
of
a
it.
ticket, and you can come back later, and it'll be full.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I think the only caveat was you had as a dealer that's selling the reels, you had to participate in a particular line purchasing thing from Berkeley, which was pretty much a no-brainer. Like on the retailer side of things, like you had to participate in a particular thing that they did, which I can't imagine anybody would not have. But I've never heard of anything like that ever before.
Pretty amazing.
No, that's why we questioned it when they first told us last year.
You sure you
We
know what you're getting into?
Yeah, we asked so many times, like, are you positive? Can you put this in writing in an email
Right,
so we don't get in trouble?
we
I
sat
literally
down-
asked for it in writing because I know how this stuff works. And all of a sudden we put it out and we're the bad guys and it didn't work out.
Exactly.
No, it is exactly what they
So
say.
we're
And
at
it
a
is
meeting
cool.
at ICAST. We're sitting around a table. JRA, all the reps are there, and Justin sits down and he's like announces this promotion, and the reps are like, "That's impossible. We can't do that." We pulled it off.
Oh, we did it.
We laugh so hard because we bring our line machine to the show. That's always one of the things we do at Fisherman's Landing. We fill reels, premium line, all that stuff. And we just know how much of an effort it takes for just the reels that come out of our shop.
Oh, yeah.
When we heard they were doing everything, we laughed like, man, good luck, buddy. I hope you know what you're getting into. 'Cause I know how much it is for one shop. Now, you talk about all of the fantastic retailers at PCS, and you're going to have them from home. Phew,
I think
but they pulled it off.
They had 8 line winders going.
That's awesome. And I'll bet full the whole time.
Full the whole time.
The entire
Wow.
show.
That's so cool.
The
Yeah.
entire show.
Amazing.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to say is thank you to Captain Mikey from Official Outdoor Business. He's him and his wife and his family run the trout ponds. Just amazing people that love to help kids learn to fish. And this year we'll have, what I was saying is we're going to have these lightning trout mixed in there. I don't think anyone's ever had that at any of these free kids trout ponds. So it's going to be cool.
And they're going to be tagged?
Yeah, I think we're going to run some sort of contest. When those are caught, they win a prize. It's going to be a fun deal.
But just how fun for the kids looking at all the trout going around and then
Something
seeing that
different.
bright orange,
That's right.
lightning
Something
trout
different.
zipping around.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be rad.
So yeah, he takes good care of us.
Pretty cool. Blair in Santa Cruz says, good morning. Should we pre-buy our tickets? And if so, what is your recommendation on buying tickets?
You know, it's a couple options there, right? You can buy them online, which means when you walk up, you go straight into if you're there early and you're trying to, catch an early special or whatever, and you're there before opening, you would just walk right up and get in the line to go in. Or you can just buy them at the door. Yeah, I think there's
a service
$2 fee or $3 fee online from the company that does the tickets. Or you can buy them for $20 at the door. It's whatever works the best for you. If you're somebody that does not like waiting in a line, I would recommend going 30 minutes after opening.
Okay.
That line goes fast. The line is gigantic in the morning. It's all people trying to be the first ones to different booths. And you'll get to see the national anthem, which is sung by
really cool.
A girl that sings she sung at San Francisco Giants games and stuff.
Wow.
She's absolutely incredible. It's actually my cousin. Yeah, I would not want to miss that. But if you're somebody who does not like lines, just wait 20 minutes and then
It's
show
a
up.
minimal amount of time before that
Yeah.
mega line just goes through. They're so good at processing everybody.
Yeah, it's not that you have to wait to get in. It's that you have to wait for it to open.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So we move the lines quickly. We have a bunch of people up front. They scan tickets in extremely quickly.
And this year, so when you're waiting in line, we have Turtle Box is one of our sponsors. They're setting up a whole live music deal there. So with their new speakers that are coming
That's
out,
cool.
have you guys seen those?
Yeah.
things?
What is
You
a
can-
turtle box?
So they're speakers, right? But you can plug them together wirelessly and play the same music from your cell phone from 4 different speakers. It sounds like you're in a concert.
Wow. They're
And
coming
it's
out with
amazing
bigger
high
ones this
yeah,
year.
It's amazing
And, like,
quality.
Mega outdoor, waterproof,
Yeah.
weatherproof,
Full on.
but still very reasonably not crazy
Right.
expensive like some of that stuff can
Yeah,
get.
so they'll be right there at the front entrance rocking you guys out.
That's cool.
How cool is that? All right.
Hey,
You have a good one?
I
Rick?
thought so. It says, good morning, guys. What a great show this morning. I'm learning a ton about the show. Bill, any thoughts on making the show 5 days? I'm a weekday. I'm a weekday show participant. And that's from Dan and Havasu. I'm in. I want give me another day.
So at this point, we're still going to be 4 days. We will take that into consideration. And we do love our weekday guys, but yeah, if we hit the point that we need to, for sure. I think our vendors really enjoy the fact that they can get in, sell the product, shake hands, and get out of there without extending it any further than it needs to be. But I do appreciate that and appreciate the suggestion. We'll look into that.
Hey, man, I'd say bring it on.
Matters which vendor you talk to.
Exactly.
There's some begging for more, and there's some saying this is just perfect.
I love your new
What about
noises.
Mike?
I love your new noises.
You like the new
Yeah.
noises?
Bohn.
I'm a little bit nervous about having control of having sound effects. Next time I'm sitting in Pete's chair, like
a full drum machine.
My
over
trigger
there.
finger gets awfully itchy. Like I'm worried about what I'm gonna do when I have control of that.
Things here. Yeah.
Oh, cricket. That's for when you say, "Are you there, John?
Yeah.
Are you there, John?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like
love it.
that. Yeah.
Very nice.
So, Mike, you had some other stuff that you wanted to talk about.
We got a bunch of great sponsors. There's a ton of dealers that are there with specials and things like that. But
New
a couple
products
of them,
being released that have
Yep.
never been seen.
Oh,
in
that's
the
cool.
industry.
really?
Oh yeah.
Daiwa's releasing a new Proteus rod there. Exclusive.
Is Mark Mills going to be there?
Mark Mills will be there.
Okay.
They got a whole host of specials. They'll be. You can see them in the Western Outdoor News or go talk to the guys there. I mean, like a ton of great stuff. Penn's got a bunch of stuff. You can get a free Carnage West Coast rod with the purchase of one of their new electric reels. That's a really good value.
Wow.
It's a $multi-$100 rod you get for
Multi-$100
free for buying one of their new electrics.
Right. Yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff going on.
And that electric reel is cool too. The battery is all housed into one. There's no
it's like
there's
a
no
one
cord or
unit,
anything.
right?
Yeah, it's like a similar to like how a cordless drill would work. The battery's all integrated. It's really cool.
Yeah. And Turner's will be there with a giant booth.
Giant booth.
Like
They always have
it's
amazing
huge.
specials.
They
at
take over the
Turner's.
whole building. They'll have a free rail rod with the Penn International. And if you buy a Daiwa Alexa, the new TW, you'll get $140 swim bait rod, no charge.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
then-
they'll have a lot more than that. Everyone's going to have
Yeah,
amazing
tons of
specials. Just
stuff.
a couple of things that are
Yeah.
going to be there.
Yep.
You guys will have amazing specials.
It's
Everybody will.
It's where we've thrown out all the stuff. Best deal we've ever had on fluorocarbon. We'll
That's
say that.
awesome.
Can't say anything beyond
Yeah,
that.
right.
Not allowed
We'll
to
get
say
it out of
anything
Doug
beyond
next
that.
it'll
week.
be there.
Well, you
Yeah.
can try to get it out of Doug
Yeah,
next week.
yeah.
You're going to have to do some extra digging. We're not
Okay.
allowed to say
Oh, you're not allowed to
what's
say.
going to happen. So
Okay, all
just
right.
know that it's
All
going.
right.
It's
Well,
on.
Doug will be on the show a week from today.
Yep,
So.
no doubt.
The new Nomad DTX will be there, the upgraded version for the Wahoo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's
okay.
a ton of stuff.
The one that you don't have to replace after the first walk.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they have been extremely popular with the long range fleet. Much heavier duty bodies than they were before, and they've got some new limited edition colors. It'll all be available at PCS shows, so that'll be exciting.
Yeah, you'll
lots of
definitely
cool
want to
stuff
The
pick
high
up
taros will be in full flower.
full force right
Well,
there.
I would say almost all the lure companies have new colors being released. Reel companies have new reels that have never been out. There's going to be a ton of new stuff to see.
Which is a big deal because that used to be a thing. You used to go to consumer shows to see new product, and then that kind of went away. And anything anybody had new, you only saw it at ICAST. And now, the success of PCSO is becoming such a big deal. You're seeing new products getting launched here, which that went away for a while.
Yeah,
it's pretty
awesome.
cool.
I know. Cigar will be there. The high talk about the high
Oh,
tower.
yeah.
Cigar will be there, and the corporate guys from New York are going to be there too,
Yep.
and have a lot
Yeah.
of new product that
Yep.
Cigar
Yeah.
came out.
Kind of
with, too.
scary when the
Some
corporate
really
guys
cool.
show up.
They
Yeah.
have-
Oh yeah, yeah.
There is going to be such a rad value added item to buying Cigar this year. Again, I
Ooh.
don't get to say it, but like it'll be our best deal, and you'll get freebie.
Other
It's just going to
stuff.
be really good. This will be the show to stock up on fluorocarbon.
Yeah.
No doubt about
Yeah,
it.
and they have some news. If you're a fly guy like me or a freshwater guy,
Me too.
they have super cool new freshwater lines
Mhm.
in fluorocarbon too that are amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. Hey, let's jump into try and sneak in another call.
You got it. How about this time we talked to John? He's calling us from Huntington Beach on line 2 there. Good morning, John. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. Awesome show, and I'm really looking forward to the PCS show. And there since the beginning.
Appreciate
and I
that.
wondered to find out if you're going to have any tow vehicle dealers there, like Ford or Chevy or GMC. And then another question is, are there going to be any Grady White boats there?
So there will be Grady Whites. I think they're there with boat specialists. And as far as tow vehicles go, again, we've sold out so quickly to industry stuff. It's just trying to get in a truck company was not the first priority. I think next year we probably will. We do have an overland dealer that makes these giant vans. They're these Mercedes Sprinter vans that are set up to camp and tow, and they're actually pretty neat. They're going to be on one of the lawn areas. So just kind of a new category that had asked to be a part of our show, and we're always excited to try new stuff. So
And I'll bet in 26, especially in San Diego, we'll get those San Diego County Ford dealers.
Oh, I'm
You
sure.
betcha, buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah, Mark Wheeler's probably listening right now.
Hey, Mark. Hi, Mark.
Wait to come. Yeah, for sure. All right. Hey, you have another good text there, Rick. Thanks a lot for the call, by the way.
Yeah, this one is from Jay. It says, guys, I can't wait for the PCS show. I'm so excited for what this thing has become. I'm looking forward to buying a new rod and reel combo. Wonder if Mike had any insight on where some of the best deals might be from the saltwater retailers.
Why is he picking on me? Every single
giving out
every
good
single
info, that's why.
every
'Cause you're the
single
man.
building,
Yeah, you're doing a
every
good job.
single building has a franchise marquee tackle dealer. Like so the hangar building now has Fisherman's Access will be there. They have a 40-foot booth and they partnered up with Grundens and Major Craft. And so every single booth, every single building has an opportunity for you to find that deal. Turner's.
Yeah, I think the recommendation would be walk the show.
Yeah,
Go
walk
look
the
at
show.
everything. Walk it twice.
Yeah,
Find out what
totally.
you're looking for and go back and get it.
Get the seminar, talk to the guys, talk to the people, talk to the manufacturer.
Talk to the manufacturers.
That's what's so cool. If you're
Yeah.
if you're into buying a new reel, like you get to go to Daiwa and Penn and Shimano and talk to all the good guys. And then once you've talked to the manufacturers, you can go talk to the pros and the Brandon Haywards and the Dwayne Diegos. Then you can go to the best tackle store at Fisherman's Landing and buy it from your tackle shop.
Right. the volume of plastic baits at this place, like you go over to
can't
Performance
imagine.
Tackle, he has walls of it.
Walls.
It's all completely organized by size and color. And they're very anal about it. They take their time, and he's always setting up late and coming early, right? Because he spends so much time putting that stuff together.
Freshwater, saltwater, the whole
Freshwater,
nine.
saltwater,
It's
yeah.
there for everybody.
Yeah. Boats. I'm going to get back to the boats because there's going to be so
Lots
many boats
of
there.
boats.
I know West Coast Marine will have all the Parker boats. Of course,
I think there's-
Motor Mart
Yep.
is bringing down 2 Steiger crafts, and they've never been at a show in Southern California.
No, they have
Steiger
not.
Craft has
That's pretty
never
cool.
been at a show in Southern
It's
California.
exciting.
Super good people. I know Al Steiger was going to come out and George, the general manager, but they're not going to make it. But we'll actually feature George is going to call into the radio show on the Saturday of the show.
That's cool.
And
Very
talk
cool.
a little bit about Steiger too.
That's great.
I think we have 21 dealers at the show.
21
with boats.
different
And they're
dealers.
representing like 50 brands or
Right.
60 brands. It's wild.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Are you going to be doing any swordfish seminars, Bill?
There will be a swordfish seminar.
But you're not going to do it.
No, I'm pretty
He'll
wimpy.
be working.
I'm pretty wimpy. I don't get on stage. I'm not confident enough to be up there. But yeah, we will have a couple of great guys. Bryce Herman and
Hey, cool.
Jake Clinshaw will be up there. Bryce is more of an Oxnard northern guy, and Jake's down here. Bryce caught them all over the coast anyway. But yeah, they're a couple of the best in the deal. So there's plenty to learn there.
That's
That'll
awesome.
be, I think, Thursday evening, the last seminar on Thursday.
And that's the only swordfish seminar?
We're
That's
just
a
doing
deep
one.
drop.
Yeah, one deep drop one this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
even though
That'll
it's a
be
popular
awesome.
topic,
Yeah.
I think we can get it out in one and trying to fit some more stuff in.
Have we done a good job of talking about the new Pacific building, how big it is, and how many booths we have in there?
Yeah, I mean,
that's brand new. Like,
brand new,
nobody's
right?
got to see
Do
this
it quick
before.
because you have about 20 seconds.
The Iowa stage in the back.
Oh.
Dave Hansen's in there. It's going to rock.
Yeah, it's
better
going to
be
have
big if
one of
you
our
got
main.
it's big.
Yeah, it has one of our main seminar stages. It has brands like Mustad and all kinds of brands in there.
Yeah.
It's just another building. Don't miss it.
If you're into adventure travel, you got to get here.
Yeah, that's going to be on that stage.
Huge. Well,
Yeah.
everywhere
All
is a
those,
show,
yeah.
but
All the
Yeah.
buildings.
that's a segment and category that's really grown this year.
That's in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Cat My Lodge, of course, for adventure travel. Lots of
Right.
stuff.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, when we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. We're going to find out who's going to the PCS show, getting 4 tickets, and going fishing on the Mission Bell. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Let's Talk Hookup app and YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
I believe there is no doubt that the finest sport fishing in the world starts right here in San Diego. This is Captain Frank Lepresti. Our fleet of long-range boats and crew are unmatched, and the Royal Polaris and Shogun are right at the top of the list. Captain Jonathan Yamati and his crew aboard the Royal Polaris are considered to be the finest long-range vessel in the world. From summer bluefin, yellowtail, and wahoo to giant yellowfin tuna, our record is unmatched. The Shogun, under the direction of Captain Rene Monteagudo, has become one of the most popular long-range boats in the fleet. This big, wide, solid riding vessel has gained a reputation for catching fish and treating their customers to an epic vacation on the water. I am so proud of Jonathan, Rene, and the crews on both the Royal Polaris and Shogun, as they have helped me keep the reputation of the premier vessels in the long-range fleet. Come see for yourself. Book a trip on the Royal Polaris or Shogun today. Check RoyalPolarisSportFishing.com or ShogunSportFishing.com or call Monica or Jen in the office at 619-226-8033. trio.
This is Bob Hoots at Costa Sunglasses. Visual signs are a critical part of my fishing program, from bay bass to bluefin. I wear Costas to see what's out there. Costas are built with advanced polarization technology with our 580 lens, designed to cut through the sun's glare while providing enhanced color to see more fish. Costa was founded by a group of anglers wanting a high-performance lens for every fishing application. Costa has a West Coast style frame and lens for your adventures. CostaSunglasses.com.
Get ready for the most exciting outdoor show of the year, the giant 15th annual Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Tackle, Boat, and Travel Show, March 6th to the 9th at the OC Fair and Event Center in Costa Mesa. Check out hundreds of sport fishing exhibitors, manufacturers, tackle dealers, fishing boats, and fishing resorts taking up all 7 halls at the fairgrounds. 217,000 square feet, plus fantastic seminars and free kids trout pond. Backed by popular demand, the PCS show also has freshwater to cover bass and trout. Learn from some of the top names in the sport fishing industry, from catching giant bluefin, swordfish, calico bass, and more. Take advantage of incredible show specials from major tackle retailers and boat dealers. Talk to the top fishing travel destinations. 4 full days, Thursday, March 6th to Sunday, March 9th. The 15th annual Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Tackle, Boat, and Travel Show at the OC Fair and Event Center in Costa Mesa. Don't miss it.
Seasoned long-range fishermen know that the Red Rooster 3 is the finest fishing vessels in terms of technology, design, speed, comfort, and safety. This 105-foot sport fishing yacht meets every demand for comfort while delivering an unforgettable fishing vacation. Captain Andy Cates and crew are experienced, friendly, and sincere in their desire to help you have the trip of a lifetime. Book a trip on the Red Rooster 3 and you'll be back. Trips go fast, so check redrooster3.com or call Lee Palm Sport Fisheries at 619-224-3857.
The PCS show is coming, and we will have our best booth at the show. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle. Check us out in the wildly popular saltwater building at the PCS show in Costa Mesa, where we will have some amazing deals for you on rods, reels, lures, and clothing. Everything at the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth will be on sale. And as always, our expert staff will help you select that perfect setup for the fish you want to pursue. For saltwater tackle at the PCS show, your best stop is the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing offers half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the Liberty. Many trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Right there. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time this morning. All right, it is
All
time.
right, Bohn, come on.
Bohn, you're up. We're going to find out who's going to the show. We have a caller today. Congratulations, Brian in San Clemente. You are the winner. Hey, look at that.
Oh,
the sound effects. Well done. Guys, awesome show, man. This was so cool.
Really, really
great
good.
job,
Okay,
guys.
give us the details on the PCS show in Costa Mesa.
It is March 6th through the 9th, Thursday and Friday, 12 to 7, Saturday, 10 to 7, Sunday, 10 to 5. You can go to sportfishingfestival.com, buy tickets, get your information. It's got all the seminar schedules and all that, and we'll see you in less than 2 weeks.
Man, it's here.
So awesome.
Great job,
Scary.
guys.
Yeah, it's coming up, but you guys still have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah.
And what's moving like? I mean, moving must be.
It
crazy
actually is super smooth, and the fact we bring out the In-N-Out the In-N-Out burger trucks, we got fries with them this year to help feed the vendors, and we just make it a fun experience from the minute they get there.
That's cool. Well, hey, next week on Let's Talk Hookup, Nick Kelly from West Coast Marine will be here talking Parker boats, and next Sunday, Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle will be here, and joining us for the second hour will be Christy Wheeler from Dawson Insurance talking travel insurance. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
Next Saturday and Sunday. Thanks to Jeff at the Fan for all he does. Thanks to George at Backbone. And thanks to you out there for all you do. We'll see you next week right back here on 97.3 The Fan, YouTube and Facebook Live, and our app.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.